Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's another live stream. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network, and we're looking forward to some New Year's Evil tonight. Going to be a fun one. Stack card was HBK and crew have in store for us. We're going to find out. We're going to be here live for all of it. So get in that chat, click all the buttons, be a part of the show. Strap in, strap on, grab your snacks. Grab your feel good. It's going to be insane tonight. But let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there. We just do it on a different level. We are a big old family here, and we are happy that you are joining us tonight for NXT New Year's Evil. We're going to dive into all of it. It's going to be a fun one. And just a little surprise caveat, we're going to put the predictions title on the line. So whoever won it last night, congratulations. It's on the line again. So with all that being said, if you don't know, we will take a prediction on every single match. If you get more points than everyone else or win the tiebreaker, then you get to put your name under Nick for a while, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it here tonight. So prediction championship on the line. We're about 12 minutes away from the start of the show. I see that chat filling up already, but I will remind you, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrasslin for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I'm Big Nick, and yes, we've got Daddy Dwayne showing up tonight too as well. That came out of last night and everything. So we got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson showing up to protect his baby girl, allegedly.
Well, I mean, again, is he going to just do a long-winded promo to stop other people from coming out? We'll see. But yeah, The Rock's going to be here. Papa don't preach. We're all in trouble. So this shall be an interesting one, Nick. Yeah, I mean, a couple titles on the line, a fun night ahead, and The Rock has an added caveat. We are expecting maybe some twists, turns, surprises along the way, and we will see. I mean, a lot of stuff has been talked about the transfers. We've seen some people from the main roster appear over the last couple of weeks. A lot going on here at NXT. So, but we are getting Lexis King, Charles Dempsey. There's some argument over the Heritage Cup.
Yeah, this is survival or that. Christ, what did they freaking call it? Hold on, I got it pulled up here. This is a sudden death rules for the Heritage Cup and everything, because there was some controversy and everything because of Brass Knucks and everything because of Daddy Regal and all of that. So this is basically just a singles match for the Heritage Cup, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. So that will be very interesting. A huge tag match as Stephanie Vancouver are going to team up with Lola Vice, taking on Cora and Kalani. Cora Kalani is interesting as hell. Not really expecting them two to team up. So this one shall be very interesting.
Well, I don't believe it's a tag match. I thought it was a
four-way
to determine the number one contender for the NXT Women's North American Championship. And we were talking about this before live of how it feels like this card has kind of gotten overshadowed a wee bit by NXT going to Raw and everything. And I think it's showing. Yeah. Cora Jade, Kalani Jordan, Lola Vice, and Stephanie Vancouver, number one contendership for the Women's North American title. Every woman's kind of got a stake to the claim here. I mean, it'd be maybe Stephanie goes after Fallon.
Maybe, and there's nothing wrong with that. We still have Zarya in the mix somewhere around as well. She seems like she might be getting a little preoccupied. So Ruka's out there. Right. We got a lot of names. Speaking of the other names, an actual tag match, a 6-woman tag match, as we now have Shotzi down in NXT hanging out with Gigi and Tatum. That trio seems perfect for each other. And speaking of Fallon and company, they will go 3-on-3 tonight.
Right. Yeah, we've got the goth Powerpuff Girls there with Shotzi, Gigi, and Christ, now I got it, Tatum. Yeah. But I mean, this one's fun. And we just saw Shotzi appear. She had been out on injury.
This is a good fit for her. I think right now the main roster is a murderer's row of trying to fit everything in. So many names, returning names, people who just re-signed coming back into the fold. A whole lot going on. So for my money, this is great for her.
Oh yeah, it's a perfect fit, and her and that trio is just like a perfect fit as well.
Right, 100%. Balloons.
Happy birthday, Vance! As KJ tries to get his little
Oh no,
balloon
it's this.
That's maybe why it wasn't working. There we go. We got balloons. If you're watching, you got balloons, Vance.
Happy birthday, Vance. Thank you for spending part of your special day here with us. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, I mean, again, very intriguing with this. Of course, then 2 title matches. Roxanne, Julia. Julia gets her second kick at the can, and I doubt she's going to be unsuccessful tonight.
Yeah, this feels pretty much like this is the farewell. This is, they run it back. Julia wins, and then we send Roxanne up onto the main roster.
Be very interesting. I'm really curious to see where Roxanne's going to fit into that fold, but she's been phenomenal. She's had a really good run. She found a heel groove that we didn't think that she would be able to find. Right. She's been in it comfortably, racking up wins. Great title run for her in NXT. I mean, again, could they run it back a third time? And that's the charm, maybe. But
I was literally about to ask you that if they run it back potentially a third time, like the tiebreaker there.
The only thing I could think of is trying to save a third one for Vengeance Day next month.
Yeah, that would make sense and everything. Of I will have my revenge, and then that's where Julia really solidifies she's the champion and all that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the situation. I mean, again, will both titles change hands on the same night? A big Impact show, if that is the case. But Trick Williams, Obafemi, Eddie, who tricked everybody, who's been a little bit different as of late. Is this them giving the belt to Oba, or is this their way of protecting Oba not getting the belt?
No, I don't know, because again, we've got it's funny now that we've got Dwayne showing up, and obviously there's been the thing between Eddie and Ava. So does he get involved with this? Like the whole Dwayne thing we can still talk about, because it was even interesting last night he's The Rock now. He's not the final boss anymore. So he's gone babyface again. But I still think it's Oba. I think I could see both titles change. You make a big splash, kick off 2025. I think that Oba is going to run roughshod with this. If I think that's even why this is a triple threat versus a one-on-one match, to keep, everyone else in this match to not get fully squashed.
The Rock runs out mid-match, Rock bottoms Eddie, and that's how Eddie
he's going to come out and raise Oba's hand.
Oh, maybe, right? But yeah, I mean, very intriguing with The Rock showing up tonight. Again, there's still other rumors of other Samoans that might be floating around NXT right now, waiting for their turn.
Fair enough. You mentioned I want to talk about it. I don't know how you feel about it or anything. I think that could be part of what Daddy Dwayne's here doing. Is we're going to give you some heavies. We're going to give you some bodyguards. It may just be Lance. It may be Hikuleo. It may be both, dude. But yeah,
that could be the case. Like, I'm worried about my daughter. You're getting pushed around,
right?
But you won't get pushed around anymore. Meet your cousins.
Right. Well, and now that it seems like we're done, it's going to be interesting where we go with the Bloodline storyline now, going after last night on Raw. So maybe having them be in NXT for a little bit, and just instead of just chucking them into this storyline, helps a bit. They're peripheral players.
Yeah, and they did that with Solo as well. Like, we were chomping for Solo. Now, they didn't do it for a long time, but it was just like that kind of little brush. Get used to this. Get used to you. Have the fans kind of pick up on who you are, and then we'll go from there. So I think that's very possible that that's what they do is in this situation as well. Again, not everybody can go to the main roster. Not everybody can be on NXT. So they really got to find the time for everybody. But we'll quickly remind everyone we are back for Dynamite tomorrow. We're having a #1 contender casino battle royal. And for all those who can't remember, that's that battle royal where first pinfall wins.
Yeah, it's the stupid ass gauntlet casino thing of whoever comes out, you got to dealt the hand and all of that. And are they doing one also now too for the women as well? I saw that, I believe.
Yes, but that one's going to be on Maximum Carnage 2 weeks from now. And then we are here on Thursday night for the 2024 Wrestling Awards. Be here for that. The 4 lifeys, the golden KJs will be handed out. A bunch of the categories are up right now. I think like almost all of them except 3 or 4 are up. If you haven't voted yet, go vote. Have your opinion be heard before we get to showtime. We will take those votes into consideration, and other places we are coming up with the winners. So make sure you get in there, do that, and be here Thursday night, 8 p.m. Myself, Anthony, and Nick are going to give out some hardware.
Right. We always have the mid-lifeys. Now we got the 4 lifeys back again.
Right. But Nick, we got about 3 minutes and the chat is filling up, my guy.
Rapid fire.
Damien, good to see MDB, Trek, Outdoor B, CJ2K, what's up, Vance, John C, Todd Bentley, Trek, got you, Vance, Sean Ellis, Scott Rizzo, Brother Fluff Salisbury, still love doing it. Wrestling Hot Box Breaks, welcome. Are you going to put the show on screen? No, we are not. We are not allowed. John, we are entertaining enough. Trust me.
Facts.
Right.
And copyright is still a thing.
That is very much a thing. Cody, how you doing? Welcome. Great to be alive on a Tuesday night. Absolutely. Rocco, welcome back. Sean Ellis, we got you. Got MDB. Happy New Year's. New Year's knee pads. Those are the special ones. Denisha, let's go. John C. Spaz, always a pleasure, sir. Jose's back with us. Welcome. Mike Spikes, Kevin, Eric, and back to Damien, the leader of the Hopium tribe. Let's go. Folks, if I missed you, I apologize. We have super chat, super stickers, but we will get back to some of your questions. If it's something you really wanted answered, throw it back in the chat. But the super chats are the only way to guarantee we click on you. We do our best. We promise. We click on more chat messages than anybody out there.
Facts. And now this is going to be interesting. You reminded me of it tonight before we went live. So you now have it. Everything pretty much WWE's on Netflix. Everything. I still have it through, like, I'm watching NXT on CW, so it's going to be interesting. So
for the international audience or for the American audience who might not have this opportunity yet, right now I'm literally getting it shows like a little 3-second clip of Oba, Carmen, you name it, Javon. They're just showing like key NXT people in little snippets and a countdown. So there's 1:15 to go to the start of the show. And yeah, they're just running through a video montage of the different athletes that are on the show.
Okay, so it's a bit like when they did with Raw last night on Netflix and everything, which again went swimmingly. But also a lot of people need to realize Raw was a big way to draw in the casual fans. It wasn't huge for the smart marks.
No, and you even felt that with the commentary at times, Nick, and we will talk about this more as the show goes on. Probably not going to get deep into this conversation with 40 seconds to go before Nick and I sync up and get this one rolling. But I mean, there's part of me that, like, am I a bad wrestling fan because I don't hate everything the way certain people do? I don't know what's going on. But nonetheless, I think it went swimmingly. And to be available in all those homes. And again, if you are a kid, you know, maybe you're 10, 11, 12, and you're flipping through Netflix and you're like, what's this? And you click on it, you might then become a wrestling fan. Or if you're a lapsed wrestling fan, if you are a guy our age that is, you know, looking for something to throw on and it says live wrestling, you're like, what is this shit? It is so much exposure. There's nothing compared to it.
And they made such a big deal out of it, and it had all of the huge moments and everything. It was much more of like, you've got John Cena on there for the kiddos. You've got everyone that might be a lapsed fan that remembers The Rock.
100%, right? You see The Rock, you see John Cena, you see all these names and faces. CM Punk's another great example. Another good reason why he was the main event last night.
Facts.
But I am getting the start of the show.
I'm at now.
Oh, all right. Now,
there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick and I are synced up. If you want to do the same, follow along forever. There we go, on cue, bro. So Nick and I are dialed in, folks. Get in that chat. We want to see triple digits in the chat tonight. So be a friend, tell a friend, and let's have a lot of fun. New Year's Evil is on and ready to go. Will it open with The Rock?
Could be. I mean, I wasn't expecting him to be showing up here tonight. And then again, also a lot of people were interested in the fact this man's out there drinking tequila and then hopping behind the wheel of a car, Dwayne.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
But I mean, we still are in LA, so makes sense that he's only a hop, skip, and a jump. But I've got Roxy coming out right now, or coming to the arena.
Coming in.
Yeah. Speaking of coming in, pause.
There's Julia.
Spaz with a $10 super chat. KYJ and Stiggy Nicky, pause. Big love, boys, and continued happy new year to you in the chat. Do you think The Rock might be here tonight to announce NXT Evolve? The mesh of WWE ID and NIL got me stoked.
Well, I think that's already kind of on and running. Like, it's kind of a thing unto itself. So I don't know if that ties into this, Spaz. I will admit that the idea, like, right in my head of like slippery and sticky, like sweet and sour. Like,
right.
But yeah, I mean, good job, and thank you so much for the super chat, Spaz. The Rock is here in his big old truck.
Yeah, Dwayne. It would be a bit chillish, I would say, if he comes out here and just, it's the WWE Evolve is what I'm here to announce. That's what I needed to make here. Is this man got his People's Championship, his Zoa energy and everything. This man is a walking commercial for himself.
Oh yeah, I'm shocked he doesn't have billboards on him. And Nick doing that sticky icky. Ooh. That's funny as shit. The Rock is in the building, folks. It's The Rock.
Yeah, we need to clarify. It's The Rock. It's not Final Boss now anymore or anything like that. Because when it came out on Raw, it was the whole The Rock. There was no Final Boss logo. He was very much babyface. There was the picture of him, tipping glasses with Cody backstage.
Yeah, I have a theory, but I don't know if it's true or not. All I'm going to say about it right now, don't trust anything you guys read on the internet. Don't trust any of it. It's all bullshit. Don't trust any of it.
Hey, Gracie's on NXT.
Corey, what up, Corey?
This is interesting. Like I know they've shuffled the deck with the commentary table. I hope he's not permanently here.
He might be sitting next to the guy he's replacing, who's like nervously like,
yeah, Vic, poor Vic. No, Corey, I thought we were going to do a 3-man of Tessitore, Corey, and Barry.
I think so.
Yeah.
But we are kicking it off. Yes. So the women's championship starting tonight, folks. I will remind everybody, the prediction title is on the line. So once I prompt you, get in there. And remember, if you do it too early or do it too late, you don't get a point.
MDB, joke's on you, KJ. I can't read.
The school for kids that want to read good and do other things good.
That's why we have the Dave Meltzer shirt. It's the Center for Dave Meltzer, so who can't read good. AR1, I need that truck. Travis, what up? Jose, he's Dwayne Johnson, but when he gets mad, he becomes the final boss.
Right.
Don't like me when I'm angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I just don't trust them. And I mean, the company has been good about kind of playing games with what they're presenting and what they're ultimately going to do. We've been tricked a couple times. I don't believe any of these fucking reporters. None of them have sources in the building. People like Triple H aren't sitting there admitting, oh yeah, like The Rock just went over, so we told Becky to go home. Like, I don't trust any of them.
Right. Well, I'm going to try and confirm this, but Jason says Fix just announced. Corey Graves is permanently on NXT.
Really?
Yeah, who's Fix? But I see a lot of people in the chat taking Julia.
I'm taking Julia as well. Let's see how early voting, 92%, which that's all but 100%. In our world, we never get 100%, rarely. So
I think we got it one time.
I think once, maybe, yeah.
Right.
Let me see.
I have no idea what's going on here, so we just say who we think is going to win the match. Yes, CJ, if you do need to explain the predictions title rules again.
Did you just explain it? Yeah, go ahead.
No, well, yes, KJ will prompt you. KJ or I will prompt you to be in the chat from the channel of saying who you got in this match, and then you give your prediction underneath it, and then we close it off at about bell ring, and then we tally it up at the end of the night, and then come Wednesday, you'll know if you won the predictions title or not.
Yeah, so get your prediction into the chat before the ding ding, and I close it up. And you get some points. You keep track of how many wins, how many losses you have, and you'll follow along. Follow along with the crew, CJ. It's fun time.
Right? You get it.
Now, CJ did say he doesn't watch wrestling, so you're gonna maybe have to watch the wrestling.
Little, or at least watch us. At least watch us. If you're watching us, you get it.
Roxy out here, all smiles right now. What up, Capone? Did you see the stage and such? And I can't find anywhere reported that Corey Graves is permanently here. Haven't seen that at all reported. But I did see a funny thing that suggested Seth Rollins' faction that he might be concocting up could include Corey Graves.
Ooh, interesting.
But
the anti-punk alliance, the AP. So we are underway.
They should be called the elitists. As we are off and running, folks, predictions are now closed on this opening match. Roxanne Perez, Julia. This match is going to bang. 87% sticking with Julia. Let's see. Roxanne, 10% Roxanne, 2% nobody.
Oh, so Roxanne's closer to nobody than to Julia in this percentile.
Right. You guys should send Meltzer a shirt. It's not a bad show.
Right. I know I've tagged him into the stuff promoting it.
Me too. Like, hey, Dave.
Hi, Dave. I watch wrestling. I enjoy the local market, the independent shows. I haven't watched the bigger market in years. Well, there you go. And we'll be your introductory. We'll be your gatekeeper into the world of pro wrestling.
We'll be the tour guide, take you through it all, and have a lot of fun while doing it. We're 6 away from 100, folks. Be a friend. Tell a friend if you know anybody that likes wrestling. Even if they don't, send them our way.
Facts.
Julia
the wrestling may suck, but we never do.
Fact. As Roxanne,
but they are outside of Full Sail and everything.
Yes.
So that's why it's got the whole different vibe. Like I see, do they not have mats on the ring outside? I see like the hardwood canvas or like the hardwood floor.
Haven't caught it. Oh, there are parts that are hardwood. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Julia on fire. Nice pop from the crowd. Vic announced Joe will be on SmackDown 2-man announce team. Corey will be. Who's Vic? Like Vic Joseph said that? I missed it.
I'll snoop.
Jason's lying. I voted for Roxanne in the polls because that's my girl. Good job, MDB. Be loyal.
Right.
Jane, Julia all day. Let's go. So when is Solo Sikoa and his bloodline going to acknowledge Roman Reigns? Friday? We got 3 hours to kill on Friday.
Well, and I still think it's going to be good. And the whole, it's going to be interesting. Solo, I think, will fall in line and everything, or at least that whole thing's going to be interesting. I've said it before. If I think we could get Jacob versus Solo come WrestleMania, I think this is going to be. Heyman mentioned how savage the Tongans and Jacob and all that were.
Oh,
so now the hyenas circle Solo. Sorry,
100%. I'm still not convinced of that. So right now on Netflix, it says, "Be right back." We'll be right back, and it's got a countdown, a 3-minute countdown. As you,
I have picture in picture. Actually,
I don't even have picture in picture.
So I've still got right now Roxanne going for a 2 count on Julia, and I was looking at Twitter really fast, and it seems, I guess there's the discussion of, I guess Corey might be on NXT going forward, but I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. I think people, again, what tends to happen with the so-called reporters that report on wrestling, they'll see something and then report it like news. So you see Corey here, so they run to their socials and, Corey's on NXT now. And then if he's not, they don't recant it. They don't take it back. They just move on with their lives. Like, I missed. All right. They're like weathermen more than they are reporters.
Yeah, because I'm trying to. Corey Graves is joining Vic, and so I've seen stuff of more it's like people are talking about it for the night. Nothing that I've seen fully confirm that it's permanent going forward.
Right. So yeah, I don't have, I checked too. I didn't see anything verifying that. It's funny with Raw, I got extra content. You got commercials. Tonight, you're getting picture in picture, and Netflix is just giving us a video montage.
Yeah, I've got Roxanne right now working over Julia's shoulder in the arm crank and everything and just snapped it back there. But yeah, that it's funny how that worked out because I went through and saw a few of like the stuff that I missed floating around on Twitter and everything earlier today. But yeah.
This is what I have to watch for the next 2 minutes. Ah, come on now. Go grab a sandwich, scratch your no parts to feel a little better about life.
Pause.
Hit that vitamin. You're good. You're good. You'll be back in 3 minutes, lickety split. I don't mind it. I don't care because I really don't care to see the commercials. 3-minute break's not bad. So it's just funny that we get, you think you would just do what you did last night. Keep going, keep going.
Yeah, well, again, it's the interesting thing. It's funny because there was a VPN commercial up on my screen in the picture-in-picture while you were talking about this. But yeah, so I saw the artist comment of, so international audience right now get Netflix, get all of WWE on Netflix. I still go through CW on YouTube TV, so I've got picture-in-picture right now. I've got Roxanne just really working over Julia's arm and shoulder, but it's funny how that flip-flopped.
Right. What up, Anthony? How you doing? How you doing, sir? Hope all is well. I have NXT on CW. There you go. Why was Cody in the front row? Is The Rock babyface again? We're not quite sure what The Rock's up to yet. If anything, we don't know. I don't trust it. Something's
Are you back?
I am back. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. As I got both women trained forums right now.
Yeah, both women. As we're rolling through the opening match, if you're just tuning in, Roxy, Julia, 1-on-1 for the NXT Women's title. Good match so far to kick off this show.
Absolutely. And how do you feel that it's, Roxanne is throwing them in, that it's the one kicking off the show, that it's not, you've at times wanted to, like, say, title match, then title match, of like build up, stack up throughout your card, but you're booking it this way.
I don't mind the bookending. One or the other. I prefer if I was booking that progression, but I don't mind bookending, especially when you want to start shows hot. You have 2 title matches, one in the beginning, one at the end. It's all gravy. But and it makes sense. Oba, Trick, Eddie, triple threat. I got no problem with that being the main event tonight.
Right. Ooh.
Oh, Hurricane Rana from the top. Sexy Rhea pin.
I like how that's become a thing.
Yeah, it's a bit of a roster list, but imagine being a stoner, being a casual fan. You're seeing NXT for the first time, and you don't know some of these people. Now you're putting faces with names. I have no issue with it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly the question was, but yeah,
about the commercials. Like, so on Netflix, they just it's Julia and a little montage of Julia, and then it's Roxanne and a little and then it's Axiom. So they go through as we're waiting for the commercial. I'm good with it.
Well, it's a better way than doing just we'll be right back, and it's just circles that you get on
just the logo.
Like that. Yeah,
right. Eddie Thorpe gonna get a rock bottom by Rock because there you go. He put his hands on baby girl. You got to be careful.
Is it going to be funny if he just, like you said, he just shows up in the middle of the main event, just rock bottom,
talk some shit and walk out?
Give his daughter a kiss on the cheek and leave.
Right. Another super chat from Spaz. Thank you. I don't know much about God, but before they came to the WWE, GOT.
Oh,
I thought you were taking us to the Biblics.
One of us,
right? I thought we were going to the Biblics with this one.
Right, we're going to the Biblics.
Gorillas of Destiny, big move to the outside. Came to the WWE. If Dollar Store Bloodline splits after Solo's failure, would there be value in a tag team? 100%. Not just NXT main roster, like God, the Usos, God, New Day. There's many that they instantly up the value in your tag team division when used.
Despite what Tongaloa has shown you, the
Suplex from the top.
Fisherman suplex.
Underhooks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Julia back up. Still favoring that arm.
Yeah. But Gorillas of Destiny is 100% an A-plus player when it comes to their tag division. Show
Michinoku.
Goku driver.
Holy shit.
This is where you're going to start to get to see like Julia show up and show out and everything like that. But Gorillas of Destiny versus the Usos is a dream match a lot of people have been wanting for a bit. And again, you get them versus Motor City Machine Guns, them versus DIY.
Crossface, Roxy. As we get a This Is Awesome chant. I don't know much. I got that one, but thank you so much again. I'm a casual fan. I can from the Netflix just sub. Yes, thank you, Jen. Thank you. New Bloodline acknowledges Roman until they get to Jacob. Then he acknowledges The Rock. Again, I feel like there's more story to be told here.
Dodges the Pop Rocks and then turns around and eats a shotgun dropkick out of the middle rope there.
Right.
God damn.
Penta should run in and pile drive both of them. Let NXT Underground begin.
God.
Both women down.
We can talk about during a commercial break. Then that whole Penta being delayed, and I've seen people very much upset that he's delayed and he gets versus Gable instead of he gets sucked into the LWO, which we all didn't want either.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was one of the people taking shit because I advocated like Ray's fine. Oh, back in. And Cora's here, by the way.
Yeah, Cora throws in Roxanne to beat the count, and Julia just makes it.
Pop Rocks! No way. Two.
1, 2, dos amigos. Oh, and she goes right back into the... Oh, and Roxanne, the ref's not looking though, but Roxanne's getting thrown out. And now we got the Fujiwara armbar.
Oh, rolled up.
Those. Backslide. 2, dos amigos, dos.
Tomorrow is Dynamite. Yes, Roman. Tomorrow will be Dynamite.
Nee.
We will be here live for it. Baz again. Rock and Ava versus Santino and Ariana. Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
Julia gets the pin. Julia gets the finish. And Julia gets the gold. Her first title in NXT. Another title change, Nick.
And it's another way of showing that this is a new era of WWE. We're now like Julia's been there for what since she didn't even actually show up. WrestleMania. She got debuted or they showed her in the crowd.
Yeah.
So she's only been there a few months now. And
not long.
Already right to the top. Makes sense. She's an established star. Established outside of WWE, which she's
emotional. She's feeling it, folks. As she kicks out of the Pop Rocks, answers back, and your new champion tonight, Julia. Right. Again, feels like a big deal, feels like a star. And a lot of people were picking Julia in this one. As she hits the knee. Northern Lights
1, 2, 3.
Interesting. 1-0. A lot of people collected on this one. 3 for 3 on women's title changes in WWE since Friday. That's facts. SmackDown, Raw, and now NXT all change women's titles.
It's a new era, my guy.
That's it. Roxy's reign has come to an end.
Now, do they run it back a third time, or does Roxanne go straight to the main roster? Oh, as Eddie's been taken out backstage. Oh, he's got a set of steps, and Ava's like, "I don't believe you. This is bullshit."
Right? I didn't do this, Ava. Your daddy did it.
Oh, and the thing is you kind of believe him. You kind of believe him.
Your daddy whooped my ass. But you tough break.
Right.
All right, folks. Next match is dialed up and ready to go as here comes Stephanie Vacour.
Yeah, so we go right into bang, bang, boom, right
Bang,
into
bang, bang.
A fatal four-way women's title, women's number one contender match for the NXT North American Championship. We've got Vacour versus Lola Vice versus Cora Jade, who just got thrown out at ringside. So I hope she can change fast. That's why she had to get thrown out. And Kalani Jordan.
100%. But this should be a hell of a match, folks. The prompt for the predictions title is up. You have until I close her down to get your votes in. But this should be a hell of a match. You just saw Julia win the title. You follow it up with this. I mean, again, we're not missing a beat.
Yeah, it's funny how other wrestling promotions get called out about how they can't book women at all or only have like one women's match at all. And now we're starting off New Year's Evil with a title change, a huge women's match, and going right into another big women's fatal four-way for a title shot.
Yeah, I mean, again, I like I said earlier tonight, I mean, some of the wrestling fans out there make me think, like, am I a bad wrestling fan because I don't hate everything everybody does? Like this whole sentiment of just enjoy the wrestling and da da da. I get it. Like we critique it all the damn time, but this idea that just everything is something, like it's insane. Last night was great. And it is one of the most historic moments in all of wrestling. It is right up there with WrestleMania 1 for what it means. And it's probably a bigger moment
than
WrestleMania.
Amazing that you said that. That's spot on.
Right? It was revolutionary in what we do. Yet there's a collection of just whiny brats out there that didn't get all the candy, like easy Veruca salts. You like, take a fucking breath. And again, I just think like tonight, start off with the title match. You come back with this fatal four-way, and we still got a bunch of intriguing shit to follow this.
Right. Well, that it goes back to this whole, like the same people that are so mad about what they felt they should have gotten that they didn't get, you know, when it comes to Raw and Netflix, which again, don't be mad that they don't do the show you booked in your head. But are the same ones that are just enjoy the wrestling. Don't be so harsh on it. But are the same ones that sit there with a fucking stopwatch and everything like that to time how much in-ring action happened and how many breaks were in between everything. It's like, that was a show, like you put it perfectly, my guy, of that was just a moment in time. That was pro wrestling. Just allow me to reintroduce myself. You have now casual fans that have never watched wrestling before or fans that used to watch it coming back to it now because it's on Netflix. Now wrestling's fucking cool again.
Yeah, I mean, again, a great vibe. And there's some people out there that we got 4 matches in 3 hours. Do y'all not understand what just happened? Do y'all not understand what they were doing? Like, did you not get this?
This is just beyond the trees.
The new thing is it's just cinematic wrestling. It's better wrestling than being presented elsewhere, period. It is all around. The show is the show. And again, at the end of the day, man, I thought they delivered. I think the show matters. For those out there that are happy Hogan got booed, we all are. He should have got booed. People remember it's not political. The other people that had political views as Hogan, you know, it wasn't political. Hogan's been a fucking walking disaster for years now. And he's one of those guys that probably should have faded into the distance instead of staying in the periphery of the spotlight as long as he did. But all in all, good show. I just can't find it in me. I love critiquing what we watch. When we watch it, react to what we react to. But we were energized. The action was good. The storytelling's strong. And we got so much more to come. What if I told everyone listening right now that the reason the tag match isn't happening is Ray got a little injury and he can't do it. So they switched to a singles match. They were hoping Ray would be ready for next week. It's not going to be ready. So they did the fluff angle with Gable to go into a singles match instead. What if I told everybody that? Would that change people's viewpoint of what they did with Ray or what they did with Penta? We don't know. Shut up. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool either way.
But again, that's not going to be that every week. It's not going to always be that. That was the kickoff. That's why even we said Dwayne looked a little fumbly, bumbly, stumbly and everything when he's like, finally, WWE's come back to Netflix. Dwayne, it's the first one, not another one. So, like, this is their launch party. This is their kickoff, their send-off. Like, you compared it to WrestleMania 1. And that's such a good analogy because it's one of those of, we're just going to show you the peak of what we can do. We're going to blow the doors off to let everybody in.
Yeah, and again, if you're going to give me 4 matches in a 3-hour show, 4 pay-per-view level matches make sense. Again, we could have 10, 12 matches of nobodies or shit we don't care about, but 4 pay-per-view level matches amongst all. You knew you were going to get the long promos and the extra stuff. Again, the pageantry was part of the moment. Now we'll see where they go from here. SmackDown was good last week and the week before on 3 hours. I got faith in the fact that they're going to pull this off. But at the end of the day, it was a fun show. And I can't find enough to fucking bitch and complain about.
Yeah, if you are, I feel like you're just looking for something to be mad about. I mean, Christ, we all acknowledge that Hogan's a POS and the world healed a little bit when everyone was booing Hogan, I feel, at that point in time.
Yeah, and again, I think some people get a little jaded and it feels like ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend vibes of like, that's so cool. And no, it is cool. Just, put your guard down and enjoy the wrestling. When it's good, it's good.
Right. MBB, the Wrestling for Life chat, and Discard are the only places I'll talk wrestling in depth. For real, the IWC annoys me. Yeah.
Yeah. As we are getting a replay of the Javon Ethan Page saga. Oh, he's got his jaw wired shut like 50.
Many men wish death upon me, blood in my darling, I can't see.
Yeah, they got Javon.
To the limit to
Jaws Vaughn. That is awesome. Stephanie for the win. Remember, folks, prediction title is on the line.
Yeah, who you got? You're taking your girl. Her name was Lola.
No, the new girl in town, Stephanie Vacour.
Is it going to be crazy a little bit that 2 really out there independent signees are what right now in 2025 kicks off winning your big moments to start off, NXT in 2025? Julia and Stephanie Vacour, not your homegrowns, your push through the developmentals, your Cora Jades, your Kalani's, anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, again, the way they have this all set up, it could be Cora. Doesn't make a lot of sense for me in the booking. Kalani's a babyface that can run back at, but she's already had her issues. But yeah, I think it's a huge statement for the new era of 2025 moving into a new year and the new signees. It could very well be Julia, Stephanie Vacour at the top of the pyramid. As predictions are closed.
All the baby faces initially were ganging up on Cora, but now Kalani's just trying to roll up everybody. Now Stephanie with a small package, 2 out. Another spot, but everyone's just going for the pin.
67% going Stephanie, 17 going Cora, 15 going Lola. KJ gets a lowly 2%.
Ooh. Speaking of X's, Cora's probably going to win. Wow.
You shut out, Chris.
Right? The wire. Y'all both went 50 off the rip. Absolutely.
Right. And the same jam. That's the thing.
100%. I watch Get Rich or Die Trying.
Absolutely, bro. Let's go. Oh, and the crowd goes wild. One of the most popular moves in wrestling. She literally gets a pop for the setup.
Yeah, because she pop box and dropped it, right? Oh, super hit from Kalani. 444. Let's be real. Raw was decent, not great. More bells and whistles than anything. It's okay to feel like it was a swing and a miss. # just saying.
It wasn't a swing and a miss, though. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying is people are finding reasons why it was a swing and a miss. It was exactly what it was supposed to be. And again, I think I find the fan base being greedy, being spoiled. Triple H has taught us over the last while, Nick, patience. You can't get everything in the same night. Sometimes things change. Maybe The Rock did go long. Maybe Cena did go long, but it's The Rock and fucking Cena. They earned it. So people got to stop belly aching. And I don't believe half the shit they report. I don't believe they're sitting back there going, oh shit, Rock's still talking. They know their marks. They know their cues. They know their timing. And I don't believe half the bullshit that gets printed.
I've seen people walk back as I've now got picture in picture again as Cora Jade just hit a splash on the outside after everybody's been fighting out to the outside. But I saw people walking back the whole Becky Lynch debut thing of that she wasn't even in LA, and because it was initially that they had nixed it, but it's turns out she wasn't even in LA.
Okay.
To me, it was a home run. I won't say it was like a grand slam. I'll even give it as a 2-run home run. What have you? I think a lot of people expected it to be a grand slam. I won't say it was that, but a lot of people are selling it like it was a fucking infield fly.
Yeah, no, and that's the complete bullshit. And here's the thing with again, with the people that are reporting things like about the Becky, it's so you're telling me like it's like people don't think how this business runs. These guys are planning 6, 8, 12 months out. They know where they're going. We don't know where they're going. They know where they're going 90% of the time. There are exceptions to that. So you plan to bring Becky back, you bring her in, and then all of a sudden realize the Undertaker can drive his motorcycle around the ring. So fuck Becky. Be realistic, people. These people that report this shit are full of shit. And that's again, Becky wasn't even around. People, they're not hurting or harming their talent. They're not treating their talent like shit. They're professionals. They have a plan. They have an outline. Yes, card subject to change. But if you really think it's that frivolous, again, there's no connecting with you on this.
Well, and it's one of those, so did you want them to shoot their load, everything on the first shot and everything like that? Or do you want them to still have extra rounds in the chamber? Because I still, like I said, I think Monday Night Raw overall on Netflix was like a 2-run home run. I still think huge moment and everything like that. Was it the, oh my God, this is the greatest moment that has ever seeped into the wrestling world? I won't say that. But to act like it was just a farce and it was just fan service and everything like that is ridiculous to me. I think we're still setting up for like even next week. You already have the stream and everything out there. Go like it right now. Go make sure you got the notifications and everything for it. But we've already got Damian versus Finn, I believe, in a street fight. We've still got Penta versus Gable, because we all know it's Penta at this point. Like, that's the thing, is they've still got big moments upon big moments to get out there. Right.
Yeah. And again, I mean, at the end of the day, we that's what we set this up for. We want to have the conversations. We want to get into it. And if you think we're wrong, come with an opinion other than neener.
Well, no, but even then, we're not going to sit there and, despite that, but we're not going to say, you're completely wrong, whatever. It's still, even we don't always agree, and still just have the discussion. That's what's really the best way to be about it, is have an open mind and have an open dialogue versus just tribalistic warfare. That's my big hope. By the end of 2025, the tribes put down their shields, put down their axes, put down their swords, and we just really fucking like wrestling. Because it's fucking cool again.
Yeah. And I mean, again, I'm not asking you guys to like the stuff that's not good. I mean, when they do stuff that we don't like, we're here, we're vocal about it. So, but again, I just, like I said last night, we couldn't have a 4.5-hour show. You can't fit everything in. I mean, we got to go somewhere with it. So for my money, they did extremely well. Again, 4 pay-per-view level matches. I didn't love some of the stuff, but at the end of the day, it was a solid 8. Like, it wasn't a perfect, it was an 8. Like you said, they smashed it out of the park. But I mean, 8 out of 10. They were 3 for 4 on the night.
Yeah, could have been better, but don't to sit there and act like it's some pop fly infield single shit is just. Did you watch what I watched? Dragon screw on the Kalani out of the turnbuckle.
Kalani caught on the top rope, looked ugly.
Oh. Meteor in the corners. Baz with a $5 super chat, kind of empowering to the North American title that the match to get a title match is seen as a special event worthy. Kudos, NXT. Valid, actually.
I see there's no pleasing you.
I see there's no pleasing you. Yeah, you need to do it in Donald. Yeah, there's no pleasing you. I see you 4-4. There's no pleasing
Mark, but he hasn't been doing his thing that everyone says he's the best at doing right now. He's having some bad booking right now. For example, I'm all ears. I think Triple H killing it, to be honest. But I'm all ears. What are we doing poorly? We just came off a Survivor Series that was really well received, really well delivered. We ended the year huge. We just had, like you said, 2 title changes in 2 shows. Everyone went nuts for Tiffany.
Cross body
from through. Down goes everybody except Kalani, who's smiling.
I got Kalani going up to the top rope now.
Right.
Moonsault.
Wow, almost a little short, but everybody down again.
Right. Yeah, she kind of stuck that like some gymnast landing of stick the landing.
I feel like you're justifying 4 matches in 3 hours. Come on. I'll take quality over quantity any day of the week. 4 pay-per-view level matches. And again, this show's an exception. Why was there only 4 matches? Because we had a John Cena moment, because we had a Rock moment, because we wasted our time with Hogan. So, yeah, I am justifying it, and I think there's nothing wrong with it. Like somebody just pointed out in the chat, 4 matches on a 3-hour SmackDown. We all gave that SmackDown great marks. Again, we can't pick and choose. And if the one thing we are here, consistent.
Fair enough. Well, and again, I respect the discourse and everything like that. To me, I think it's a lot of the perception of what it was supposed to be versus what it was going to be. Cool. Kalani misses on the 450 of that show was to be, that was bait on the hook for casual fans and a big send-off and a huge moment and everything for the watershed moment that it was of Raw on Netflix. That was not going to be your work rate 5-star match show or anything like that.
But
that was not your. No, I'm not saying I'm not denying that. Stephanie just gets
3 and your new #1 contender, Stephanie Vacour. Let's go.
Let's go. But people that wanted that to be like to play to the smart marks, it just wasn't going to be there. But I do, like I said, I hear the discourse. I understand the discussion. I just respectfully disagree.
No, absolutely. And I do believe that there's a collection of people that let one company away with a whole lot and go, it's okay, they're trying. But this company, don't make a mistake. You're the big time. Get it right. And I get why, but let's be real. Oh, and a whole union back again.
Yeah, with Ava and discussing things, and now we're getting Sarah Schreiber asking Ava, do you have an update on Eddie Thorpe? Of he's fine, everything's fine.
Ava covered up the navel because her dad's in the building.
Yeah, but now Oba's talking to her.
I'm not falling for it, Oba says.
As if he makes it. Oba is just fucking scary, dude. Like, I'm sorry. If you come across him in a dark alleyway, I'm a grown 36-year-old, 6'2" man and everything like that. I would still potentially need diapers, or depends if I came across that man in a dark alleyway. That man will fuck you up.
No, he's terrifying. But it's still, Ava says it's going to be a triple threat no matter what. So can The Rock replace Eddie?
I need 2 championships, Ava, not just 1.
Right.
As Fatal Influence coming out right now, and Christ almighty, they're just a bachelorette, or they're a bachelor party as a gimmick.
All right, folks, the prompt up for your prediction. Get it in. Who you taking? 6-woman tag. And again, women, and more women on this show.
The Goddesses of Hostility, says Vic Joseph. That's a collection of words I never thought I'd hear together.
The Goddesses of Hostility.
Yeah, I'm going with the Powerpuff Girls here, the Goth Puff Girls.
Well, and it's interesting because Stephanie Vacour becomes that #1 contender. So it'll be very interesting how quick they transition away from this particular situation.
Could you see, as I'm in commercial break again, could you see, I know we have the main roster women's tag titles, Bianca, Naomi, Jade, that whole story. Could you see them branch off again and go back to NXT women's tag titles? And, these are two teams that you could say would be candidates for that division. You go Freebird rules.
Yeah, that'd be very interesting. As right now, I'm getting the hype package for Vengeance Day. Oh no, I got it for NXT Shop.
That thanks. Right. There you go. So, well, it's funny because this is the first time I've actually been completely in commercial with you.
Oh, there you go. Oh, now I'm back to. We'll be right back in 3 minutes and 52 seconds. Fatal Influence for the win, Goth Girls. Dun dun dun.
HBK loves his women. Triple it. 316 still salty over last night.
At least you're admitting you're justifying it. I am 100%. And I mean, again, we can agree to disagree. I got no harm in that, my guy. But I just feel like sometimes less is more. And again, I would have loved if they got the Penta tag match in there as well. I think I'm a little more understanding of the moment than some of the fans. Maybe not yourself, but it's like you and I talked about it. It was so much around that moment. Let's see what they do next week. Then we'll really critique it.
Yeah, well, and I think, like I said, as long as you have an open mind, and I like that this has caused a discussion and everything like that. Like, think about it, whether it's through regular fans, whether it's through casual fans and everything like that. Like, even when it was New Year's Eve and I was up there building Christmas with all of my neighbors and everything like that. And I have my neighbors who don't talk about wrestling, don't watch wrestling, but know that Raw was going to be on Netflix and everything like that. And so you have the whole discussion, everything about it. So I think that the fact that there's even a dialogue, I dig it.
Right. But we are rolling through the commercial breaks. Remember, folks, the predictions will be closed by the time we come back. So make sure you get your prediction in and you can be our new predictions champion.
Right. And if you gave your predictions last night, you're all a winner.
All right.
Just watched Dwayne tonight. What? So we've seen him show up there.
Ladies,
what do you think is gonna, like, what else does he do?
Dude, I want him to win the championship now. Now that I said it, and everyone in the chat is probably gonna be like, no, I want him to, like, it would be hilarious. He takes Eddie Thorpe's spot and pins over. Let's go. No, really. It will be very interesting. I think you're muted.
That was the Lord saving me. But yes, you're going to tell me 100%. I'll run it back. You're going to tell me right now, in the year of our Lord, in 2025 and everything, that we're going to get Trick Williams, Obafemi, and The Rock in a triple threat for the NXT Championship before we're going to get Roman Reigns versus Dwayne. Before we're going to get Cody Rhodes versus Dwayne.
Right. What? 12 women used in these three matches. Nice. And quality matches. Again, great energy for all three matches. Big fan of tonight's show so far. Just watch Dwayne. Dun, dun, dun. I kind of think it might be what you said. Like, The Rock is concerned about baby girl. You find out that he beat up Eddie Thorpe in the stairwell. I don't know. I'm kind of with it.
No, he's got hired goons.
Yeah, right. That's what it is. Hikuleo and Lance took him out. I did it for The Rock.
Hikuleo. I don't know. Or at least Lance. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know about Hikuleo because he's still got that tongue in him. So maybe he's gonna, circle the wagons there with Solo.
Right. Maybe it's Zion Quinn, but the
discount. The team move Samoan.
I did it for The Rock. That would be.
I did it for a job.
Right. Well, I'll be right back, and
there you go. As KJ's taking a pause for the cause right now, so I'm now on CW. I'm getting advertised college basketball. I thought I was coming back to the wrestling, but MDB, at least that gives Ava's character a little more depth because she's boiled chain. I liked Ava. I liked her even when she was in the Schism. That's what they called themselves, and all that. When it was Joe Gacy and the Grizzly Young Vets and all that. So I don't mind it, but I see what you're saying. As we're getting a replay from the Intuit Dome, I know I called it the Inuit Dome, but I now see that there's very clearly a T there. But yeah, the Intuit Dome. But Spaz, thank you again for the $2 super chat. The Reigns and Dwayne fight plainly at the Mania. The Reign in Spain fought Dwayne. But yeah, I think last night was the biggest tell of that's not happening. Like he was in full, I'm going more in nostalgia. I'm a company guy than a character guy. So I think that we're probably going to shift towards a Roman Punk thing. As we got Hunter and Nick Khan, and who's the random dude that's just hanging up all up on Hunter. But yeah, we've got Paul and Nick Khan in the arena here tonight. But yeah, it feels like after last night with Dwayne coming out, cutting very much a babyface promo. He comes out with the Rock entrance, not the Final Boss entrance. He's out there getting buddying up with Cody and everything. Like, I still think ultimately we're gonna end up leading towards like a Roman Punk thing. As we're getting a highlight about Out the Mud taking on Axiom and Frazier. Now, again, they've been there for a minute and they've been in the tag scene for a minute, and obviously they've got Jada Parker involved, who's very much getting a push and getting, all of that in NXT. So could we see Out the Mud take the belts off Axiom and Frazier, not Man and Robin, especially because there's been that tease of tension. There's been that, back and forth a little bit. Wait a minute. Triple H ain't gone there. Yes, Nick Khan, not the TK Khan. Oh, TK is definitely feared for his life. His daddy's no, roll tide high, but how out the gate. Chair saying Ava's the worst thing in NXT. I disagree with that. I don't think she's all that bad. I know. That's the thing. KJ judges her more on the wardrobe and everything versus what she actually does, what she contributes, and all that. I don't think she's that bad, but I've got Fatal Influence right now in the ring. As I've got is there a trios name? Is there a faction name? I know I was calling them the Powerpuff Girls and everything. But is there a faction name for Gigi, Shotzi, and Tatum here? And I've got Gigi and Tatum coming out right now. And then we cut to Shotzi. So, yeah, that's interesting. Oh, boy, Ronan. Crazy how two cons are head of two companies. Yeah. It's almost like it's a monopoly. What? Just kidding. Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, we've got Blossom, Buttercup, and Bubbles out here. The fake gangsters act like they went through hard times. All right, Paul. Todd, I got Ohio State versus Notre Dame national title game. I'm down with that. I'm a Notre Dame fan. Absolutely. I'd take it. But already Fatal Influence getting the jump. And is this almost the best kind of payoff we've seen so far? Is this going to lead back to a GG versus JC match? I know obviously they were at one point, yes, predictions closed. There you go. If you got your predictions in, you got it. If you didn't, you didn't. But right now, Tatum and JC right now in the ring. But this is really making me remember we could still get a JC GG match out of this, and GG kind of wouldn't feel like this puddled, muddled up fucking baby face and everything, and it might actually be decent. Oh, tagging a Jasmine Inks. Trek calling the Elm Street Girls for having red and green hair. Well, it's orange and green, but close. I'll give you that. Ava does nothing. She has zero personality, is horrible and acting. She's the GM and she shows up for maybe all of a collective of 5 minutes on a 2-hour show. If that, I bet you would probably be closer to 2 minutes. But I hear what you're saying. Trust me, I know KJ'd agree with you. Oh, elbow. And it's crazy to me right now that we have two 6-woman teams in the 3-woman tag team in the ring right now. What am I trying to say? Yes. We have 2 trios of women's tag teams right now in the ring. And they, right now, to me, run smoother and are more cohesive than in AEW's whole trios division, I feel right now. Christ, they won't even show those belts on the goddamn television, much like the world title. They won't even defend them. Shotzi with a suplex on Fallon in the corner. Good one, big dog. What do you say? I'm not sure about that one, Trek, since they all seem to be Harley Quinn fans. How about Calm? The Joker's wild? There you go. There you go. Kyle, Nick, who would you say is the most experienced woman in this match? Shotzi, Gigi, or JC? Oh. If I had to go all the way with that, as far as Fallon with the drag over in face bomb there. But as far as I'd say WWE style, probably Shotzi. She was in NXT before any of these women I feel were on the roster. So I would say Shotzi overall. Oh, I really like that from Fallon. If she just caught Shotzi with a straight up elbow as she's dipping out to the outside there. But yeah, I don't even know if it really comes down to experience when it comes to this match. I think every woman in this match has managed to really make the most out of where they are at right now. I'll put it that way. That is literally, this woman takes out that woman. That woman takes out that woman. This woman hits that thing on that person. As we started this whole thing off with Shotzi and Fallon hitting the elbow, and now we've got Shotzi hitting a suplex on the Fallon on the pad on the outside. As every single woman is down right now as we go to commercial break right now. But I will remind everybody, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. We're back at it like a jackrabbit tomorrow with AEW Dynamite. We've got the Golden KJs, the 4 lifeys and everything on Thursday. 100% fan voted. You guys get a say in the polls and everything, so make sure you can check the community tab and everything like that for that. Friday Night SmackDown, and the train keeps a rolling. We're kicking off 2025 hot out the gate, so 100% be your friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. As I see 71 kicking with us, let's see if we can get back up to the triple digits of Jose. What are they teaching on NXT? All these women are cooking. Oh, was that a subliminal home ec class joke there? But I dig it. I kind of got you, but maybe I just made it and you weren't even thinking that. Well, there you go. You're going to have that. You do. Yeah, thank you, big dog. I don't know what you said, but imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. This match is very chaotic, but that makes sense if it's a trios match and everything like that. Honestly, I think this is, again, I said this, I think this has been better than any trios match I've seen recently in AEW to an extent, and especially for a company that has trios titles and everything. The fact that they're not presented, they're not defended. Like, I didn't want a pitch of NXT has women's trios titles when we're still establishing the women's tag titles, but I could see if NXT brought back of having women's tag titles on NXT regularly. I know Anthony's talked about this and did a whole reel and everything. Go and check him talking about this out and everything like that. I think it's even on the channel potentially. But I could see to where we get it, whether it's through just NXT, whether it's through WWE as a whole. I could see by the end of 2025, we get purely a women's whole premium live event and all of that. We've basically seen it at times with NXT of where they'll have maybe 1 to 2 men's matches and the whole rest of it's women's matches. Christ, I feel like we're seeing that already so far tonight. And it's not one of those of well, they're doing it just to do it. No, these are matches that bang, that people want to see, that have people compelled and all that. Speaking of compelling.
Speaking of banging, here we go. What were you saying, sir? I interrupted your point.
No, I was talking about how I feel, and Anthony has actually brought this up, and like I said, of that I feel by the end of 2025, we could see an all women's pay-per-view and everything, or PLE,
Yes.
whether it's through NXT, whether it's through WWE, because I was saying how we've seen that basically already with NXT. They'll have one, maybe two men's matches. And it's still, it's not just they're placating an audience, it's because it warrants it. It's deserved. It's earned.
I think that now more than ever, they're amped to do it. Like, I mean, look, we got 12 women highlighted already tonight. Any of which of them being on a pay-per-view with a match would work. There's other women we haven't seen tonight, Zarya, Thakita, the list goes on and on. Then you start talking about main roster talent. Oh, I didn't even mention Soul, but you start talking about the Beckys and the, you incorporate everything you have going on in that main roster with Tiffy and everyone else. They could easily pull off. And Triple H loves 4, 5, 6 matches. No problem.
Right. I like, I like this from Paul, as I've got JC with a 2 count, because I kept mentioning about how it's a trios match and how, this has been a better trios match than any AEW match. And Nick or Paul's out here, Nick, this is NXT. It's called 6-person tag. Get that trio out of here. This is not AEW.
I'm with Paul. Let's go. But it's been a good match, good energy. We went to the commercial break with everybody down. Fatal Attraction, Fatal Influence is in control right now.
Right. Scott Rizzo, Stephanie wins the North American title. Then her and Julia win the women's tag titles. 2-woman power trip, just like Triple H and Stone Cold in 2001.
Yes. No, I don't know if they'll get their hands on the tag titles, to be honest. We still, again, when we were talking about the list of great women, I mean, we have Lash and Jackson out there doing their thing. GG gets the tag. Let's go, GG.
Well, could you see them do an NXT women's tag, bring that back, of split them? And I thought about this too while you were on your pause of, could we finally get a GG JC payoff kind of match? And now GG actually feels like a actual prominent, valued babyface.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure we got like a cage match or a hardcore
match. We got like 7 of them, my guy.
Right,
and I've been disappointed all the time.
2, JC with the kick out. Yeah, I mean, again, it'll be very interesting to see what this builds to. Is this setting up Chauncey for the North American title? Is this setting up GG to go after it? How does this play out? As far as bringing back the NXT women's tags, I don't know. I kind of like what they do with the women's tag titles right now. I like them floating amongst the shows. It'd be very interesting if they consider otherwise.
Well, I'm saying that you're getting a lot of depth at this, level when it comes to the women's roster. You've got 2 factions right here. You've even added mid-card titles, and you're still getting a bit of a, I'll say, logjam when it comes to women's talent here a little bit.
Right. Oh, Shotzi with the pin. Wow, broken up.
Because, I mean, what are you going to do with, like, a Carmen, a Nikita, everybody that just lost in the women's Fatal 4-Way?
You got a good point. I mean, you do. It'd be, you got a point as far as how much talent is there.
And I think that's, I will sacrifice tag belts for an all women's pay-per-view as Shotzi
to the top.
1, 2, 3, and pins Fallon. So you might have been hitting the mark there with mentioning Shotzi going after the North American title.
100%, my guy.
Shotzi versus Stephanie Vacour.
Yeah, I mean, that works eventually. I mean, Fallon, and I mean, still going after Fallon alone. I mean, and Gigi and Gigi and Tatum look great tonight as well. Big win for Shotzi. I'm in, man. I like what they did here, and I like Shotzi.
We need to come up again with a fucking trios name for them and everything. We've got Fatal Influence. They don't have a name yet. I just keep calling them the Powerpuff Girls, but they gotta have an official name.
I'm okay with the Powerpuff Girls.
There we go. Oh,
the
I got
Rainbow Bright
Ethan
Squad.
Page.
Somehow I ended up behind you.
Yes, I see you have to be with Chemical X.
Oh, there, Ethan Page with Ava.
Right. Ethan Page tugging.
What is this office? Are they at IKEA?
It looks like Sol Ruka's like sauna or something like that.
Right. Hey, we got company. That's him. Ethan Page.
And Dwayne. But that's still a rub onto its own. Pause. But Rocky.
Her office looks like the inside of an IKEA catalog.
Yeah.
Ethan Page.
See, he couldn't wear his Dahmer glasses that he wore last night because Ethan's wearing them.
There.
I heard you broke a guy's jaw. Like,
this
is, and Ava's 100% just like the little kid in the background. Like, you tell him, Dad. Yeah, he smashed him in the mouth.
I can't help but see her apparel tonight. Her choice of attire. It just so happened Dad's around. She's a little more conservative tonight.
I can wear what I want, Dad.
Right.
What did Dwayne just offer Ethan? What?
See, I am the final boss. The final boss.
She's the final boss.
On this show.
If you want to be cool, and I want us to be cool. If you want to be cool, and I want us to be cool, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button.
Rock just giving love to everybody. He nicely chastised Ethan Page.
He good gamed Ethan Page.
Good
game. She's all about moments. What the fuck is she about to do?
This is funny because this is the first time these two have been on TV together, right?
Yes, 100%. This feels awkward. Like this is Dad just got back home with the gallon of milk.
Right.
A little bit.
Yeah, no shit, eh? Rocky.
I hear him. Yeah, I'm sure you do, Dwayne.
He's trying to get his annoying daughter over. Whatever. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Now, The Rock is going to go out there. Okay, this is awkward a little. It's a little after school special.
Like I said, this feels like they've never. How much have you actually talked before? How many times have you had Thanksgiving together? Because this feels a little bit like Dad just came home with the milk. Dad finally got that carton of cigarettes.
Listen, father and daughter moment. It is my little girl's birthday tomorrow. So early shout out. She's sound asleep in bed, I'm sure. But it is it's Haley J's birthday tomorrow morning. So looking forward to that. But thanks to The Rock and Ava. Big shout out to the little one in case she happens to be peeking in at Daddy cursing.
Well, now I managed to look like an asshole to
my
unofficial niece. Yes, the HJ from KJ. Yes, Haley J. Happy birthday.
Absolutely. As we go back into commercial break, folks, and The Rock's still dropping F-bombs. Yeah, I mean, he gets to do what he wants. It was a little cringy. We're not going to lie. Rocky Chancel, though. And Rocky will have a promo segment where anything could happen.
Yeah, which, again, it's going to be interesting. Like, what is he going to say? What is he going to, like, I don't know. It's got to be at this point of, you got to protect my little girl.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I don't know what he's going to do.
I'm going to be defending the People's Championship
next
week on NXT.
Maybe he gets jumped.
By who? Omos?
Yeah, Omos. La Hikaleu. Hakuna Matata comes out.
Solo Sokoa sends his regards.
Right. Dwayne is like, are you gonna make me see my daughter? Could we potentially see Fallon close to getting a call up this year? She could be close. I mean, she's done really well. She's been around, and I mean, they did call up Kiana James, who was involved with Fallon for a long time. Fallon could be closer than we think.
I would say not the first round of it, but I think probably like later on, post WrestleMania, what have you, when you're gonna get that second like bring up of people and everything.
Yeah,
because I think she's gonna be one of those people going forward for a bit. That's a figurehead of it.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And I mean, again, I think she's done extremely well. Playing keep away with some baby faces is good for her. I will point out, having The Rock and Ava on screen together, you realize it's definitely, you are the father. Yeah, like, yeah.
Well, you are the daddy. I'm gonna go check my paternity test.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Nick, taking a pause for the cause. I am a minute and 15 seconds away from returning from commercial break, folks. Make sure you get in that chat, click all the buttons, be a part of the show, be a part of all the fun. I will remind you, back at it tomorrow for Dynamite, 7:45 p.m. Eastern time. We go live. It's going to be a crazy Dynamite. Lots going on. Kenny in the building. Adam Copeland's got some issues. Don't know what's going on there. We're going to have the number one contenders battle royal as well. So it's a lot going on Dynamite. Be there for that with us. We also have the Wrasslin for Life Awards on Thursday. Don't miss that. That's going to be a fun one. We're looking forward to it. We're going to go through your votes. We're going to tally them all up, and we're going to give out some golden KJs. So make sure you join us for that on Thursday, 8 p.m. And like I said, it's going to be a really fun night. We're going to go through all your favorite categories and some more. Me, Nick, and Anthony will all be here live on Thursday, and we got more coming your way, more original content, more. And yes, cannot forget Jeff Jarrett. You are right. I wonder what's up next. Oh, we're going to find out real quick. As we are back from commercial break, folks, I can see Roxanne Perez in the Royal Rumble. Possibly. Oh, we got Lexis King, Charles Dempsey, Sudden Death Heritage Cup. Charlie verse. All right, get your votes in. Get your votes in. Who you taking? Who you taking? Who you taking? Your chance to become predictions champion. Ooh. So we getting the introductions for this match, folks. We'll get this rolling, but there you go. There you go. There you go. Get your votes in. Let us know. Let us know. We will stop the voting any second now. Charlie for the win. Charlie for the win. Lexus for the win. I'm going to go Lexus as well. I don't know why, but I'm going to go Lexus on this one. The Lexus King won the cup already. It was kind of uncertain. Yeah, it was controversial. So they're running a sudden death rematch. I didn't get a vote, but Charles Dempsey, you still got time. Charles Dempsey for the win. Happy birthday to your dad. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. King for the win. King for the win. King for the win. And I will close this up now. Right now, 67% of the chat taking King as well. I say King, close. But yes, folks, keep it coming. Keep it coming. King for the win. Because we got King in control right out of the gate. Excuse me. How you feel about Omega saying that he wants Will and Okada back in New Japan? It's crazy. And he said it. He went on the record as saying, I don't think AEW needs me right now. Imagine if he tries. I mean, you're never going to get him, especially Ospreay. I can't imagine. I mean, will Tony lend him out? Absolutely. Anything for Kenny. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's a tough shout where Kenny seems more focused on New Japan. He had an amazing match with Gabe Kidd at Wrestle Kingdom. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of intrigue there. These are guys that should be being booked at the top of the card. Are you interested in Will Ospreay versus Buddy Matthews? Yeah, it should be. It should bang, and the House of Black deserves some love. Ava made him give it back because it was controversy, but shouldn't that mean she should have held on to it instead of giving it back to Dempsey? Good question, Trek. Why does Ava do what Ava does? As they are still advertising The Rock Live. Sheamus, as announced, has re-signed. Yeah, so a rumor is he signed for 5 years. Becky also re-signed her contract as she's getting ready. As we knew, she was going to have to sign a new contract to return. So yeah, New Japan Kenny is the best Kenny. Facts. It's a completely different Kenny. I don't think Kenny is happy in AEW anymore. I agree with that. I knew once he was talking about how he wished he was in programs like Reigns, he was donezo. And again, if you are a fan of wrestling, if you are a fan of what you do, you know what you're not doing. Like, you're aware that you're not, like, why can't we be billed and booked like this guy? We need our version of a Roman or our version of a Seth. And I'm not saying copy, but those guys in those positions, if that makes sense. But right now, Charlie and Lexus are tied up together. But I completely agree, kid. Let's hope Raw Netflix is better than last night's. No more celebrity propaganda and more wrestling. People are like, that's for the money. WWE has all the money they need. No, listen, and I've talked about this a lot tonight, Roll Tide. I got no problem with what they did last night. I know why they, again, why the pageantry was the pageantry. It was the event. It was the moment. Now let's get down to business. And I agree. Again, I still give it a solid show. I didn't say it was perfect, but it was a really good show. Are you interested? Got that one. Tony Khan has lost the plot in his own company. The bigger risk any person, whether you're a coach, a manager, anything, is if you lose the locker room. If you start losing the people that work for you, work with you, that you have to lead into battle, lead onto TV, if they start, and maybe some of them never started at all, but if they lose respect for you, you got a problem. You got a problem. And that's my concern. If Kenny doesn't want to be there, we already know the obvious names that don't want to be there. The Rickies, where's Wardlow? Miro's not coming back. You're going to have to beg Miro to get back. That's your concern. But then again, you have the argument of, well, those are just peripheral guys. Like Meltzer reported, they're ex-WWE guys, don't want to play ball. But it's not that anymore. It's not just that. Like I said, Kenny's one of your founding fathers of this program. If you'd rather be in Japan than here, it's an issue. How long before Ospreay feels like he's not doing enough? Or a Ricochet feels like he's not doing enough? Like, that's your concern. Like, the Hurt Business came in, but what are they doing right now? What's the big thing about the Hurt Business? What's their angle? What's their storyline right now? I don't know. And that's your concern with a lack of the build. That is my concern as a fan. I feel bad for Mark Briscoe. He's going to lose again this week to Bobby Lashley. It's crazy. Mark Briscoe's a guy that you could do stuff with. As I'm 2 minutes away from returning from this recent commercial, Kenny Omega needs to be done with AEW after Revolution. I have no idea how long he's committed to that company. Hannah, welcome. Do you agree with the New Japan announcer that said Khan is a money mark? Yes, I do. I think that's common. I think MJF called him out publicly for being a money mark. I think guys like Jericho are taking advantage of a very nice guy. I hear nothing but great stories about what kind of guy Tony Khan is as a person. I've heard some stories on the other side of that coin, but most of the stories I hear, really genuine guy, wants to help everybody. If you're sick, he'll take care of you. I mean, for the most part, other people have said not, but he seems like a really good guy. But then you have guys like Jericho in his ear that are telling him he's doing a great job. he's got too many yes men around him. And that's his downfall at the end of the day. He is being taken to the bank. Jericho making more money than he would ever make from the WWE at this point in his career. Others over there, and they're signing knowing they're going to work 6-7 dates in a year. And they're thrilled. Tony Khan keeps saying he needs to be constant action and won't let them do card rundowns like Tony Schiavone wanted to do. He's overdoing it. You always need more room to breathe. Yeah, but Trek, then they do the funny thing where they do run down the card early in a show, and then they do the chunky spots where you get a lot of like promos in a row. It's an interesting balancing act. Who's your early prediction for Willow Nightingale versus Tony Stone versus Chris for the number one spot, the Casino Gauntlet match? For number one spot, I'm going to say Chris Statlander, but I don't think she wins it. AW lost about, I think, 11 wrestlers. Interesting. Tony Khan equals Jerry Jones. Nothing will change. That's a great comparable, oddly enough. As we are returning from commercial break, folks, Charlie Dempsey, Lexis King, one-on-one for the Heritage Cup. One fall to a finish. What are your thoughts on Lexis King? Is he starting to be booked better? It's a mix. Lexis King has been booked consistently, I would argue, but Lexis King is also, I think, still trying to find himself. He tried to do the, I'm like, let's not talk about my dad. I'm going to do my own thing. And it kind of like the whole 80s rocker vibe thing hasn't worked out well. I don't know where he goes, but it starts with good matches. I think that Lexis has had a lot of average matches and not a lot of great matches. So I still think we're seeing this guy at the beginning. Will he kind of dial in and lock in? Welcome back.
Well, speaking of average and not great, but yes, how you doing? Yeah, no, I just, every time I look at Lexis, I'm like, you got it hooking too, bro. Look at you go. Is it interesting to you that this is now just a singles match for the Heritage Cup? Are we reaching the end of days for the Heritage Cup of make it a different belt, make it a something, make it move beyond this?
Make it the European title.
I fucking love the European title. I have always wanted that to come back. I love D'Lo as European champion. And then you had Al Snow as European champion to try to do all these gimmicks and everything and representing every country, even if they might be offensive. But yeah.
Right. Truly amazing how 24 hours ago The Rock returned was the most hotly anticipated angle in the wrestling. Now could honestly not care less what he does or says. It is very funny, but things change things change quickly. And again, I'm a little surprised at what's happening with The Rock. Some people are trying to report that there's Moana reshoots. You're telling me this guy can't say to them, we're not like we're going to work around this. I need to work this. Again, I think people are conflating. People don't know. They're just making shit up. If The Rock wants to do something, including piss in a bottle, The Rock's fucking doing it.
It could be. Well, I don't know why you went there specifically to that
saying,
one, but if you wanted to do that, I mean, I guess he could do that. But
hashtag piss in a bottle.
He's probably done that. But anyways, I feel like he's going more corporate Dwayne. He needs, I need to make sure the box office numbers work and everything like that. And I think we're gonna sadly miss out on the Dwayne Roman thing that we all kind of wanted. We all thought was going to be there, had been there for 3 years. This is going to be chalked up much like Punk Austin type of thing. This is going to be one of those of coulda, shoulda, wouldas.
Yeah, and I agree with you. If you don't do it this year, don't bug me with it next year. I don't give a shit.
I won't believe you anymore. Now you become
liar.
The boy who called fucking whatever. Backslide into a 2 count. But yeah, no, I'm interested because you said you don't believe it and everything, and it could still always be a front and what have you.
Yeah, there's something fishy.
Well, there's been enough herrings and everything thrown out there that you feel like there should be something, but was it always just in case he does it, we've got this to fall back on? Because if we don't get Roman versus Dwayne or even Roman versus Cody, we don't.
Hey!
Three, Lexus. Hey!
Lexus gets the win in a good match, a decent match. CP is bleeding.
Who's bleeding? What?
I don't know who's. Lexus routines okay match. Yeah, it was okay. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
4-0.
He's giving hope to every guy that loves Van Halen and Guns N' Roses.
Oh, the headbutt to the gut.
Right in the dick. Right in the dick. We're long enough in the video, I can say it.
Right. Haircut to the groin, everybody.
Right. Mustache to the noid. But if we don't get Dwayne here, it's over and done with.
Right.
It'd be interesting if you try and pull it back in and everything. I think he's
as we're in the back with Ava, Fallon, and Steph.
Yeah, what in the best show is this? Hey,
that was a trash match. I was trying to be nice.
No, yeah, you might be onto something here. She's about to say, she just said, I just beat Fallon, so this might be a triple threat.
By myself.
You're taller than everybody.
Oh, so we might get Shotzi versus Steph.
Oh, Shotzi versus Steph to see who faces Fallon.
Right.
So then what the fuck was the last one?
What do you mean?
Steph should have the guaranteed right. Shotzi walked in and just said, well, I just pinned you. Yeah. So then you do a triple threat.
You could, or you make them fight it out to see who actually gets the shot. As Joe's here.
Yeah. Tessitore looking like a fucking extra in Better Call Saul. Man's already getting in Vegas.
That's all that's left?
Oba.
Is that all that's left? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Well, shit, yeah.
And The Rock.
Dwayne, yeah. But we're getting intros and everything now, so we're gonna get Dwayne after this.
Dwayne closes the show out. That's interesting.
That's just
final
reverse? Boss energy, I guess.
Is that reverse nepotism?
Oh no, that is full nepotism.
Like,
reverse.
Is it,
no, that is. This is my show. I just decide my daughter's the GM. I do what I want. As I've got Trick coming out. Oh, that's never a good sign when your champion's coming out first.
Now, we don't know if Eddie's wrestling or not tonight, so I can't even really put the prediction up, folks. Who wins?
You put it TBD.
TBD. Don't never bet on TBD, folks.
Yeah, this man's had his whole. This man won the football championship in our fantasy league as TBD, literally.
And we got to wait a minute and 30 seconds before we find out. So I'll put.
I'm in picture again. So I've got Trick coming down the ramp and all.
Okay. You let me know if they introduce Eddie or someone, but I think Oba should come out next because we don't know. I will remind the folks we are currently at 97 likes. Let's get 3 more in there to get us to 100, folks.
Right. Do it. Yeah, you need to do it.
The main event. I guess The Rock's closing the show. Maybe he does bring out like the Samoan SWAT team to protect Ava.
Could it be that Dwayne has his own bloodline of Dwayne's got his faction, Roman's got his solos, with the hyenas and everything.
I don't know if that works for me, brother. I don't know.
Fair enough. Well, apparently that brother didn't work for anyone in that fucking crowd. So I think that phrase can be retired.
I saw a report. Somebody put it in their headlines, the clickbait bullshit of like the WWE will be more aware. They were aware. I think they thought maybe it'd be a little more 50-50. I truly can't imagine them circling back and being like, hey, Hulkster, come do another spot for us.
Oh, no. They know now. They fucked up. They fucked up the first time of respectfully, even of I'd rather drink Broken Skull IPA than Real American whatever pissant light beer that Hogan was trying to shill out there and everything.
Yeah.
I think they saw Hogan that's gotten a tepid response at best and didn't expect that. No, we realized he's a POS of like of everything here tonight. We'll love everything. And that stood out like a sore thumb of like they loved everything but you Hogan.
Yeah, that was a bit of a mess and an interesting decision. I mean, people kept rumoring that he'd be back for other events earlier this year, and I just kept thinking, no, probably don't do that. And they did it. And then
he's just gonna go backstage to Jimmy and be like, Jimmy, they hated you being out there, brother.
Oh no, it would be like, 20,000 strong were screaming for me tonight.
Yeah, were they saying boo? I still love
are they saying ho or ho?
Yeah, were they saying boo or boo other?
No, I mean, again, I think and I know a lot of people focused on the political thing. I'm sure for some people it's part of it.
Would have gotten booed, plain and simple with that. I'm going to say that as the American representation. No, that's bullshit. That's a fucking terrible argument because Taker's publicly been that way and everything like that, and nobody batted an eye. Nobody gave a shit. It was just sometimes you pull a piece of shit a piece of shit. Sometimes a spade's a fucking spade.
Yeah, he's collected a very a boo-worthy resume over the last while. More controversy than not. And again, I think we've just really moved past. Listen, Hogan is undeniable the impact he had on this business, on this sport. But also another side of the coin of there's some really cool shit we could have got if it wasn't for Hogan. But at the end of the day, let him go off into the fucking red and yellow sunset and stay off.
I will be forever happy if I never see Hulk Hogan again.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need
I've seen enough. I even said it on stream, but I wish I noticed the booze a little bit more. But even I said of the man that's out there when I grew up as a child trying to sell me, say your prayers, take your vitamins and all that is out there trying to sell me a light Pilsner and everything. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Dude, I love this entrance. I love this entrance. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, well, he's still even got the bump. Like, this is... Whoa. He really has that like final boss aura. And I know I hate the buzzword, but he has that presence around him of when he shows up, the temperature in the room drops about 10 degrees.
And his walk is just
the little bounce and everything of like, I'm a fuck somebody. I'm about to whoop somebody's ass.
It's just like the most confident guy in any fight of like, I'm on my way.
And he even sat there. I can't remember whether it was, I think it was to Eddie even said, of like, just walk away and save yourself this ass whooping, essentially. Of like, I'm going to win. Save yourself the embarrassment.
Right.
Yeah, he's walking out there striding down. I'm about to whoop someone. Is that?
Yeah, I saw someone say he's a heel that we love, but I mean, I think what happened was the fans started getting behind him because again, certain things are just undeniable. So we kind of like stopped being so heelish, and I think it works for him. Who's the third opponent? Oberg, let's go.
Oberg.
Oderberg.
Here comes Oberg. Yeah.
Oberg.
No, he's one of those of you recognize it. We've been there with Bronson Reed. We've been there before, I feel, with Braun Strowman of like, I recognize you are a force of nature. Game recognized game.
So it's just one-on-one.
Yo.
They're announcing just two people.
Interesting. Now, if they do ding ding, it's official, unless Dwayne decides I found another entrant. Ring the bell, bitch.
Yeah. Ring the bell, bitch. That works for me. Big pop for Oba.
This is interesting, though, if they do just straight up one-on-one, because somebody gonna get hurt real bad. It's not over.
But I mean, again, There is so much upside to Trick Williams.
He's one of the mysteries of 2024 in wrestling, of like, I see all the potential in you. Why can't you unlock it? Like, what is the code here?
He just needs that one moment that kind of really settles him in. I don't know what it is.
He's had alley-oop after alley-oop. Like, this man has been at the line before. Just easy sinking, right, and we win and bricks it.
Right. We're off and running, folks. Last call on your predictions.
Right. I'm taking Oba. I know we had one championship change. I think we get two. Yeah. So they still even had the graphic for the triple threat.
Right. Yeah. Again, it's supposed to be a triple threat. Does the entrant get to join late? But I actually thought that Ava said it will be a triple threat even without Eddie. So maybe I misunderstood.
And the last entrant is Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I'm down, man. I'm telling you, give him the NXT title. Fuck up everybody.
Watch it be, I would at least say watch it be like Lance or something like that.
Right.
But no, you can't. Dwayne as NXT champion.
It'd be amazing. I'd fucking die.
Twitter would implode. I can see every AEW account just losing their fucking gourd.
Oh, down goes Oba. 2-2-2-2. The only good title change last week was Tiffy. Go tell Weezy. Right now, at this moment, Trix is seeing his life flash before his eyes. Yeah, you think so? As I go to commercial break.
The man took a shot.
Oba is wearing knee pads. He's not wearing them properly. When you're Oba, you can wear them any way the fuck you want.
Yeah, you gonna tell him to adjust his knee pads, or you can just say you can have that. Not even what I'm mad at.
Yeah, we might need more than the knee pad patrol. You might need to bring in, the knee pad SWAT team.
Flags.
Tricky just never sounds convincing, as if he doesn't believe what he's saying. I think that's confidence. I mean, again, if you look at Tricky, so young, what is he going to be like a year from now, 2 years from now? He's got so much upside.
I think he still has that confident tone and everything. I think it's more of it doesn't resonate the same because we don't believe it anymore. It's not even of that he doesn't believe it. Think about it. He hasn't had, like, can you name me a good or a great trick match in 2024?
No, I think there was a couple that were really hyped. Like the Carmelo one didn't quite hit the mark. He's been in a lot of triple threats, which I think are trying to protect him a little bit. But again, I mean, it's early for this kid, and he shot up the ranks because of his gimmick, his entrance and such. But that's allowed. Look what it did for Jey Uso. I got no problem with this guy. I just think he's taking a little bit longer to grab onto the ring that's been presented to him.
I still think that he's still got plenty of room to develop and everything. Like, he's still a prospect. I think he's a super talented prospect. This is a guy that it's like when you draft a guy number one or whatever, you draft him in the first round and they stay in the minors for an extra year or two.
Yeah. And that, that happens. And we've seen others go up and come back down and be like, I'm not ready yet. And Shotzi might be a good example of that, where she never
really Apollo, Baron Corbin, there's a few examples.
Those are bad examples because their next step. Oh, well, Apollo's still there. Apollo's still there. I almost said Apollo walked out the door. I'm not going to tell about shit. I require knee pads, and he's wearing knee pads.
Exactly. You can have that. That even when I'm mad.
Trick can afford to lose now and maybe regain it later. Still not a Trick fan. Again, when you're young, and then we don't know. Is the WWE considering him on the main roster? Are they considering Oba on the main roster? We don't know. There's a lot of influx here. As long as the match is good, the outcome, I think, is fine, no matter who wins tonight.
I think Oba wins. I don't like the idea of Trick loses and then wins it back. If I could see, could you see him and Carmelo reconciling on the main roster, and you have them in the tag team division of Carmelo's maybe 4th, 5th in the pecking order on the U.S. title division? You put those two back together, they reconcile, you get a tag team.
Yeah, maybe. Or just again, support for Carmelo. Like Carmelo becomes more dangerous when you have a guy that can help stir the pot, right? Like a guy to help you distract, especially because Carmelo's a smaller guy. He may need a diesel, you know what I mean? So that's potentially, please don't let The Rock anywhere near this. But it was reported that the ticket sales, the last handful of tickets that were available for tonight, sold the minute The Rock said he was going to be there. So,
well, that's because he bought him.
Right, he bought him for sure.
Taking too long to grab onto the ring. The guys already started. No one's saying it's taking too long.
No, but I did. I said that, and again, context is king. But what what we've seen is he got pushed to the forefront, and his matches have been lackluster. His promos still kind of miss the beat sometimes. That's what we're saying. Like, to really do what Carmelo did. Carmelo became him and kept rolling, and we knew he was going up. Others have done that. Oba's doing that right now, and Oba's passing Trick, in my opinion. Doesn't mean Trick won't get there. I just think his learning curve might be a little bit longer than some others.
Right. Yeah, he's still a prospect that's still got some development on him. That's not a hindrance or a deterrent or anything like that. That's just facts at this point, I bet.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I think he's great. I mean, I'm not putting any shade towards Trick at all. I just feel like there's a couple misstep. Oh, wait. Eddie's got a chair.
What a chair.
Looking like a velociraptor.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh. And the good news about Trick is he's only going to get better. Time is the thing.
That's the thing, is it's more of like Trick's been a star. It's more of just, unfortunately, the matches have failed him a bit and everything. Like, and he's been surrounded in a Shark Tank. Like, no one's saying that he's not still a top guy or still could be, a future prospect. Like, is going to be a future stud. It's maybe he's not as ready for the main roster as we kind of initially thought he might have been.
Oh, bookend.
Rock bottom, they call the rock bottom. You have to with Dwayne there. That's in his contract. You have to call it.
You have to call it,
bottom. Even directly in front of Booker's face. You have
Booker's
to call
sitting there like, bottom. Motherfucker, what did you just say?
Fuck you say? Vic, I want Corey here now.
Right? Big bombs. Oh my God. Let's go.
Oh, that elbow just. Ope was a guy you would pick in a fucking Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat game. Honestly, like, there's somebody that's winning fucking esports awards and shit like that. That's using Obafemi as a strat, as a cheat code. I mean, he just hits that elbow and just you can, jam it.
Trick's looking phenomenal tonight for all those things I just said. I mean, again, I really like what he's doing in this match. Smooth.
Could this be the best with a guy like Oba, that somebody to slow Trick down? I think that's the biggest thing you and I have said. Trick needs to slow down. Yes, you're athletic. Yes, you can hit all those moves. You don't need to work the pace as a smaller guy. Work the pace still as a bigger guy.
Yeah. In some of his matches, he felt like he was going too fast. And that was a weird spot where he just fell to the mat. See, there's always that.
He got slapped. He got this.
We're okay. He's just a clunky. It's sometimes big dudes look clunky no matter what they do, though. But no, he's smooth as butter tonight.
Oh, like I think he's still.
Oh shit!
Fully finding the group. Discus kick.
2.
Like, he's got the size, the everything, and again, he was one of those that transitioned from football to the ring and everything like that. I think, like, this is where he works best. Of you slow him a bit down. Of he doesn't have to work a Carmelo pace.
This is awesome. Yeah, I agree with you. Wow.
Oh.
And that's why I think they put him in the ring with guys like Pete Dunne, Ethan Payne.
Yeah.
Nice sit down bar bomb. Pearl River plunge.
Oh, 1, 2. Eddie.
What have you done for me lately, Eddie? Trick reminds me of an AEW wrestler. Okay, I'm curious.
Would you like to specify, or is that just stoke the flames of tribes?
Right. Oh, but taking out Eddie right now. So Eddie gets into the match, folks, but I don't think anybody was picking him anyway.
No, Big Man Spinebuster. Arn Anderson would be proud.
Yeah. Rock bottom. You give it to the you give it with a front bump.
I love
Again, you
how
hit
this
with the knees
man,
down.
it's not like a power bomb or anything, it's just a hook. I hooked to it.
Right.
I hooked you over there.
Oh, Europeans. Oh, big knee.
Oh, Trick.
Two.
Dos amigos, dos. But that's the thing, is Trick still got that level of he hits a moment and you're there.
It'd be hilarious if Eddie somehow steals this. He's got a chair.
Oh! Chair shot to Trick. Over.
It's over. It's over.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, Buffemi. Oh, let's go.
Don't. And shock and awe. Did I see you, Brock Lesnar guy? Yes, shock and awe. As Obafemi is your new NXT champion. And deservedly so.
Started with a title change, ended with a title change. Obafemi, your new world champion. Holy shit, what a night. Again, big Pearl River plunge. If you don't know what that means, look it up. But Eddie Thorpe basically was there to just cause trouble. He was he ends up being a factor in a very non-factor way.
He was the tarp. Eddie Thorpe was the tarp to help Trick with all of this, because he was the excuse out of that, because I took a chair shot right before, and then just gets splattered for a pin.
Trick can be mad at Eddie.
Obi.
Oh,
no.
Wait. Oh, look, we got the new champions.
Let's go.
A new era in NXT. Julia, Oba.
That's really interesting. You got them both standing toe-to-toe, like shoulder-to-shoulder on the ramp here and everything.
Obafemi. Real name, no gimmicks.
Often imitated, real. Hey, that's us. Often imitated, real name, no gimmicks.
Right?
All the pyro, all the smoke,
the People's Champion, Nick. We still have about 17 minutes. Up next, The Rock.
Dwayne, Nepo baby.
They're giving him 15 minutes.
Oh no,
he's back in 3.
35.
Well, the show's going to be off the air. This is not.
No. You just keep that thing rolling. He just hands somebody some money. You keep that thing rolling.
Like the janitor going by with the broom, like, hey, bud, we got to lock up.
Do not cut off Dwayne. Good advice.
Right. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a new women's champion. We have a new men's champion. And now we have The Rock in the main event spot. Oba and Julia both on stage tonight together with Pyro to kind of commemorate the moment. It's really weird. It's like show's over. But wait, there's more.
There's more. I love this though, real quick, from Big Dog of often imitated, never duplicated, nothing fabricated wrestling for Life Network. Absolutely.
Accept that. Let's go.
Acknowledge that.
Acknowledge that. I like it. All right. We will take your ratings out of 10 shortly, but we should see what this is, because this could either help the rating or hurt the rating. The Rock can make it good, or The Rock can fuck it all up.
Yeah, well, and it's great. So I've still got picture-in-picture, and I've got Oba going through Gorilla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, no, and again, they're focusing on him and Julia. So, like, this is really, like, we're moving in a new direction. Like, not in a bad way, but we know where the momentum lies.
Right. Bradley's saying there's 4 people at 5-0. So who are at 5-0? And I will try and break the tie while we're live. We got 1 minute left in the commercial break.
He's gonna flip a coin, folks. He's gonna flip a coin.
The death match, last one standing, is the predictions champion.
Oh, right.
2:00 Saturday. Be there.
Hey, man, I can hear it now. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Did you Joe Hendry? I got all fucked up. Joe Hendry interrupt The Rock? No.
What? When did we get there?
I don't know. I just read the name. I was like, what? Read his name, man. He appears.
I'm just really interested. Like, think about this. Like, how is this gonna go? Is this show Dwayne or is this story Dwayne? Because Monday we saw show Dwayne.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, like shout out to the boys up there and in their executive.
They're like, no, you're bombing.
They loved it. Like, we're cool now. We're like The Rock. No, you're not.
See that? I'm not gonna say what I thought, but yeah, that's my something friend. See.
All right, let's see. Oba Femi for the win. Ronan was first in the chat. Big Dog. Cherokee George technically, but he didn't. I'm not sure. Chair was one of the first ones in.
Tuesday, number 1 contenders tag team match: Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Let's go.
I like that. Let's go. Unholy Union.
And then an NXT Tag Team Championship between OTM and Fraxium. Potentially Tag Team of the Year. Not Man and Robin.
Yeah. I think Bradley has MDB beat. I think Bradley has Mega beat. I'm trying to see Bradley. Okay. We'll see if anyone else. But Bradley was one of the quicker ones into the chat. So Bradley might have a return championship.
He might have it by,
Listen to the crowd.
Rocky.
What is this?
Yeah, what the fuck music is this?
They're giving him the whole big entrance.
Like, yeah.
Maybe The Rock is injured. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is insane. The final boss engaged.
They hit a pre-entrance. Now you got The Rock. If you smile.
Yeah, Lash and Jackson taking on Unholy Union. Now they have history, so that'll be interesting. The Rock mess up 100%, says Craig.
This is a sign of our generation, respectfully, and I say this as we're YouTube personalities and everything, but literally you can see nothing, but I can watch the entrance a million times over through mini screens of everyone holding their phone up to record it.
Right. Oh yeah, 100%. Final boss is cooking. Rocky sucks. He's
not a final boss anymore. This is Dwayne.
No, he said it earlier tonight. He said earlier tonight, I'm the final boss. Like, he doubled down. He is the final boss.
Yeah, but then he said Ava's the final boss.
Right? No, the final boss of NXT.
He's Dwayne. This is Dwayne. He comes out with The Rock, everything, I think. What? He's out there. I've got a pitch to Moana. I've got a, he's company guy, Dwayne. Yeah, Bass Pro Shop. This man's got a fucking Bass Pro Shop hat for no fucking reason.
Who does?
Dwayne, he sat there and held it to the camera.
There you go. Shout out the sponsors.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Wrestling is real. I like that t-shirt, kid. It's real to me, damn it.
It's still real to me, damn it.
So The Rock coming out. We still have 11 minutes on the schedule. We'll see if there's a carryover.
Yeah, there might be an overrun.
An overrun
because of Dwayne. Think about it. This feels like NXT's done, and now here's the Dwayne send home show.
Yeah, it's like the rally after the game.
Yeah, the sports rally. This is where when the camera's cut off on Dynamite and you get Adam Copeland and FTR cut a whole promo and everything. This is Dwayne now.
This is board member Dwayne. You might have misspelled board because we might all be sleepy in a moment.
Yeah, whoa, you might not be wrong. Yeah, you might have just misspelled it.
Now, fun fact: Julia is the 4th Japanese woman wrestler to become NXT Women's Champion. Not bad, not bad, not bad.
Asuka, Kyrie, Io.
Yeah,
there you go.
That sounds about right.
Yeah,
Io for sure. Was Kyrie champ?
Yes, I believe so. Briefly.
And if it's not, yeah, if it wasn't Kyrie, who would?
I know it was. I know definitely for sure Asuka and Io, for sure.
Right.
I'll say Kyrie on. Who else would it be? Miko Satomura?
No, she was never champ.
Well, she was.
Yeah, Kyrie was. There you go.
UK champ.
I vaguely, for some reason, Kyrie as champ is eluding my memory right now.
Well, there you go. Trek saying Kyrie. So I got it. I get the Brosi bonus point.
That's it.
Fucking Christ, Dwayne, get to it.
Oh, that's right. Shayna defeated Kyrie. That's very there you go. There you go. Yeah, so Dwayne has effectively killed a few minutes. So you got the microphone with a solid 9 still on the clock. For anybody keeping track at home.
A solid 15.
He's taking 20, bud.
Yeah.
I just want to see every Samoan I can think of show up and beat the living shit out of The Rock in the middle of NXT for no reason. Yeah, a lot of people.
Like, it's so fucking much. Like, what are you doing, bro? Pick a side. Pick a fucking point.
The fans are going nuts. Raw beat the Squid Games.
The Rock. No shit. It's like you see Arnold. Yeah.
Well, as long as you're getting the pop, I mean, get the pop. The Raw beat the Squid Games. A lot of people online talking about this, that the WWE Raw became the highest viewed show, but beat the Squid Games, which is epic.
I had not heard that. I guess the Dwayne Games beat the Squid Games. No, I had not heard that.
Facts, MDB. Now that I do remember.
But
what's up, Dark Ops, by the way? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How many viewers did Raw get? I don't know what the official number is. People just keep telling me it's better.
A lot.
Big NXT chance. Raw down to 7.5 minutes.
We're down to 8 minutes, and this man hasn't said a word yet. Goosebumps again.
What was that?
He's doing the same promo. No one did that. No one did that, Dwayne.
No.
Thank you. He's just pointing at people.
He swore again. I'm getting fucking chills.
I think you have a skin condition at this point, sir.
I'm sensitive to cold.
Right. He's Mr.
Is this like the Rock farewell tour? Will he be on SmackDown this week?
No, I think he's really just kidding. No, I was gonna say I think he's just lost it. Like,
nah,
he's really fumbly bumbly with a lot of this.
Swear again. This man just keeps cursing and swearing.
Well, it's like Drew. Oh, we're on Netflix. Curse word, curse word, curse word, curse word, curse word.
Look, he just called it out. He's got 6 minutes and 33 seconds. They're like, Rock, you gotta say
this is like, I don't have my promo notes written on my wrist. Like,
right.
He's not sharp.
I feel like he's a little sharper than he was last night.
That's not a good mark. That's dull. Like, oh, so I whittled down. I sharpened my dull pencil. Like, this shit was already not great. Like, he was already limping out the gate with it last night, and now he's out there pointing out I've got 6 minutes and 30. Like, that's something he only does of, like, I'm already trying to keep my head above water.
The pie eating, trailblazing, the final boss. If anybody was wondering, he is the final boss. The people's champ, The Rock,
the gray and the beard, the Moana making.
I don't know, dude.
I'm just calling a spade a spade.
I don't know that you are.
You disagree with anything I'm saying?
Maybe, but I'm trying to listen.
Okay, so say it.
He's Giggles, man. Giggles McGee down to 4.5 minutes.
Why are you so mean? Right. So he's just doing the greatest hits. Like this man, again, like this is not dialed in Dwayne that we got
What do you
going into
mean?
WrestleMania 40.
I don't know what you mean by this is not diet. Like he's cutting a promo. Like, I mean, he's freestyling. He's having fun.
He's going at Cody after he was just having tipping glasses with him and everything. Like,
he
what
was
are we
literally
doing?
explaining last year at this time, this is what was happening. This year, something different's happening.
Huh.
Then he was nice to Cody last night. So look, he just explained last year he wasn't allowed to be mean to Cody. Now to this year, he's not allowed to be nice to Cody. He can't win.
You ain't doing a whole lot of nothing.
Dude, he just told the whole fucking story that I repeated to you.
I understand that, but that's cool. You do one thing that negates the other. That doesn't a negative doesn't plus a positive doesn't equal anything going forward. It just negates each other.
He just told the people to shut. What is it? Like, he just told the people they can shut their mouths. I think he's talking to you and everyone out there bitching.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen, you will hear the promo. Yeah. Dwayne, go away. Rock's drunk. I think he's all giggles. He can't. He's just literally like
he can't stop himself.
But they're eating it up. He's Breaking Bad. I like it.
Yeah, because he's Dwayne.
We got 2 minutes. Fuck it. We're gonna go all night. I'm having a ball. I run this shit. I'm in charge. Sorry for the language. Get to your fucking point, Rocky.
Again, like, I understand if you like whatever he's going this or that, but he's just all over the fucking map here.
So he's explaining why he's here now. Triple H.
I didn't know what to say. We noticed.
Ava said, I'm going to feel this crowd and I'll figure out. Enjoy the ride, my guy. He going all night. I love if they cut him off right before his point.
Please, dude. Something. What the fuck? This is when your stepdad gives a toast at Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner. Like, get to the fucking point. What are you trying to say?
He's just given did we honestly give the main event spot to an NXT rub? The Shrine of Los Angeles.
Welcome to AEW with its Copeland and FTR cutting a fucking glad-handed, circle jerk promo. I understand it sounds a little bit better because it's coming from Dwayne, but what the fuck are we saying out here?
He cursed again. I got fucking chills. It's good to be king.
This man's on all the Terramana.
Glazing, 100%. I hate that term, though.
Yeah. And so again, like, can you go a sentence, Dwayne? Please.
Okay, someone hit him with a chair.
All right. Right. Yeah. Weren't you the one that was saying, oh, why are you disliking this? Isn't this so great? No, this is.
I'm not disliking this. I just want something cool to happen. Like he blows up.
What do you like about this?
I find it funny. I find it absolutely hilarious.
Well, you're gonna look at it as humorous. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I thought you were looking at this so like, oh, this is building to this. No, this is just you're watching.
I don't know.
A dad that showed up around the holiday season had a little too much Terramana and is now just rambling.
Try and catch some of what he's saying. Your life has meaning. There you go. Finally. We're getting the credits. Because he did that last night. Why the fuck are we doing it again tonight? That was it.
Oh, but wait, I'm the one that doesn't know what's going on. Right? I need to catch what he's saying. What was he saying that was so important?
Just the fans can go fuck themselves. I'm The Rock. I do whatever I want. Happy NXT. Goodbye, everybody. Like, you're right. It never got anywhere. I can't argue that. At the time when it first started,
the biggest nepotism bullshit. Let me drag it. That was Dragon Balls right there with that.
It cut to the news. He's probably still fucking talking.
Think about it. Well, yeah, it cut right on the hour. He's like, fuck that. We're not going past. They're giving me 2.5 minutes. Fuck that. And no, right on the hour. Sorry, Dwayne. You ain't saying shit.
Nick wouldn't be acting like this if it was Eddie or MJF.
I don't care.
The final boss engaged WrestleMania 41 announcement. So that's what I felt like he was hinting at, but I don't know that we actually got there.
Your guess is as good as mine. Respect.
Yeah, because again, that's why it was like he was really talking about how he, last year he couldn't, everyone was mad at him about Cody. This year it came full circle, but yeah, I like, again, it all feels like The Rock is kind of telling us he's going to be involved in WrestleMania. There was some parts that, again, weren't fully grabbed, but the start of it was going somewhere. It's just he's so kind of distracted. It's like The Rock fucking running around with ADD. Like every time
that was Cousin Eddie. That was Cousin Eddie right there with that. Like we're done with Dwayne. I'll be happily pleasantly wrong and everything if we do end up towards Roman and Dwayne. I think at this point that ship has fucking sailed. I live you. This started somewhere, but it ended nowhere.
It was just an NXT rub, which he could have done in the middle of the show. He didn't really have to do it in the main event spot. Like you had that big moment with your two champions and Pyro. So why not end the show with that and have The Rock do it like I don't know why that. I think they put him at the end because they couldn't fuck up. If he goes up before the main event, he's going to fuck up our main event. We can't do it. We know what he's going to do, so we got to put him out with the end.
This man still was pitching for 2, 4, or 5, whatever extra minutes and everything like that. And it's interesting. We had talked about it. They cut him hard off at the line. You got the credits rolling, and this man still, I love you, just rambling on like, and he still was that we're not going and 20 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever left. Like you said it. Dwayne's probably still talking right now in the ring.
Right. There you go. But folks, get your rating out of 10 in. How did you feel about the show as a whole? New Year's Evil went off without a hitch. And a hell of a show overall. But let me know how you feel about it. 2 title changes, technically kind of 3. So yeah, a lot of change in NXT tonight. A lot of good matches, a lot of good wrestling, and a weird main event. Not quite sure why the main event was the main event.
I feel the show ended for me at Julia and Oba just both out there showing off the new generation. And that was just the post-credit scene, what have you. If you stayed to watch the rest of that.
Yeah. And again, he was rapping. He was doing his catchphrase. So again, he probably kept talking after they went off the air. But again, this whole he gave Raw rub. Now it's just like the boss stopping in, like to be like, the store looks good. The store looks clean. Like, good job. This is my store.
Here's your bonus. Here's your free pizza.
But again, and I mean, the crowd's with the whole thing. That's the hard part. It's not like the crowd doesn't give a fuck.
That's the thing. Like Sean could come out there and be like, "You all suck. I hate you all." They'd be like, "Yes, we do suck."
No. I mean, again, I think I think that, but The Rock commands so much, and the fans love it. Like the fans tonight ate it all up. So again, I don't think it's just any old wrestler can come out. There are a select few. HBK might be in that bracket, but there are a select few that could come out and still get.
Yeah, but Dwayne's for sure in that bracket because, let's be honest, Dwayne at this point has had a collective of probably an hour of TV time and has managed to say fuck and all. in that time.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised. I still can't figure it out. But he basically took a moment to tell the fans to go fuck themselves. 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Rock Cena 3 at Mania. Interesting. I mean, a lot of people have a petition for it. Could be interesting. I still want to see Dwayne wrestle. I don't really either. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. NXT TakeOver New Year's Evil 8.3. 100. Who doesn't like a good rub at the end?
A little rub into Zug.
A rub into Zug up in the house. 8.5 out of 10 knee pads. Good stuff. Our local weather lady is Fry. There or
fire.
Holy shit, I'm hungry. Rub a dub, a rock in a pub, 7 out of 10. Because their product hasn't been that great for the last month. Yeah, okay. All right.
You watch the same thing?
Yeah.
I do question.
There you go. Nick, you answer him. He doesn't listen to me. This is him telling us he ain't gonna be at Mania. Just watch. Yeah, I don't know.
That was raw.
I need closure. What did The Rock smell?
But dude, I know you said that you think that there could be a pivot to this and everything. I think Rock's moment at Raw on Netflix and everything, we all thought it, but it's done. We're going in a different direction. I think we're going to probably end up with Roman versus Punk at Mania.
Roman is not fighting Punk at Mania.
Well, then explain. Show your word.
I just still see that we have something. Like, I don't trust this. There's a reason why he's shown the fuck up. It's leading. Like, there has to be. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't trust him. There's something interesting, but he does definitely seem like he's having a good time. What are in those fucking energy drinks?
Yeah, you never had a Zoa energy drink?
No.
What he's got to do the reshoots of never trust a Samoan as KJ.
8.5. Oba and Julia 1. Worth it. Jada would have made it 9 out of 10.
Why was she not in the North American title contender spot there?
She's in the mix like everyone else. It's a competitive division, my guy. And it's official that we will be getting a number one contenders match between Shotzi and Stephanie Vacour, which is nice.
Yeah. We need Hulk Hogan on NXT. No, we don't need any more Hulk Hogan ever. And I do mean ever.
Right. He just, CW was going to be upset. The Rock dropped a lot of F-bombs. And we don't shy away from the F-bombs, but my God, The Rock was just popping off in the mouth.
When they have to censor him, like, it's not good.
Right? Without The Rock, the Bloodline storyline might genuinely be over. It might be. We are kind of in that crux. Like Paul Heyman said, we're in the 5th inning. I believe Paul Heyman. This Bloodline shit's not done. There's too many things that have never been answered. Paul Heyman said we're in the 5th inning. I believe Paul Heyman more than I believe any internet.
Does the Bloodline fully entail Roman and Co. exclusively? Could it be now we've got Solo and that Co. that's been involved, what have you?
Well, so they all admitted they were going to acknowledge Roman if Roman won the Ulafala. Roman being the tribal chief without a tribe doesn't make any sense. And in addition to that, like I said, Paul saying that they're in the 5th inning, I believe there's more legs. And if the Solo group like branches off and starts going in feuds and Roman goes on another show, it's all but dead at that point. It's kind of done.
Yeah, no.
It's something different.
Yeah, no, valid question. No, I appreciate the answer. Like I said, it's an interesting thing to me because that's now, especially if Dwayne is not involved, I think that's a linchpin that's been removed a bit because he was, to me, what set up a lot of what a lot of people thought was going to go forward with the Bloodline.
Yeah. Sean just made the number one contender match irrelevant. I don't think it's irrelevant. I like how it played out. Shotzi got a win in a 6-woman match to have every right to challenge the champion. She got a pin on her. Just so happened that Vacour did. Again, it creates competitiveness. It's not just like, go win a gauntlet match and here's a title. Now we'll do a tournament. Here's a title. Like it's literally, you got to fight. Like the women and men on the show are scratching and clawing for opportunity. So I kind of disagree with that take.
You do still have to have weekly television matches. Like, we all understand that, right? Like, you can't just go right from like they win and then title match. Like, you do still have to have weekly television. So you do have to still have this. Like, even if Stephanie wins, you can still end up backdoor way of Shotzi ends up into a triple threat or whatever. It's the same. Like, you hit it on the head of with like Seth and Punk was the debut on Netflix. That doesn't mean it's the only match they can have.
Yeah,
but we do have to have a match.
Yeah, a lot of fans watch wrestling with like blinders on, very like through a microscope kind of idea of like this happened in this minute without looking at the bigger picture. And it's very interesting that way. I need a good laugh. Yeah, no shit. 7.5 out of 10. Do you think that John Cena appearance on NXT during the year? Probably at least once. I'd say once, maybe once.
One time.
Rock said, "Shut up and enjoy the ride." Exactly. That's what he said. It's not. I mean, I feel like he was like, I don't know.
He was specifically talking to me right there. You just shut your whore mouth right now.
It was just well timed because you had just come off saying something, and he was like, "Shut up and enjoy the ride." I was like,
"All right, well, Dwayne."
I feel like things are about to get really good. I kind of feel that way, TJ. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just a mark. I don't know, but I feel like they're getting somewhere.
I feel like things have been really good, and I think things are just about to get better.
We're in WrestleMania season. We're a few weeks.
Is it insane to think that we're not even halfway through January, and we can say we're in WrestleMania season?
Yeah, no, it's insane. Like, we are a few weeks away from Rumble. A few Saturdays from now, we will be here for the Royal Rumble, and it's going to be a mega stream. It's going to be a hell of a night, and this is one of the most intriguing Royal Rumbles we've had in a long time.
I have no predictions on anyone who wins.
Not yet, but we will be here for a prediction show, so you better think about it. 10 out of 10 for you guys. Rule, and I just got to talk to my girlfriend, so I'm so happy. There you go. I know we made you a little bit happier, Trek, but we won't tell her. It's okay.
No, tell her like, share, subscribe. Tell her friends. Do that.
Right. 4 out of 10. No Wendy Chu. Love it. It's the only thing that was missing.
Hallelujah.
Right. Wendy's gonna join the goth girls. What's up, Steven Smith? 7.5. What's up?
I said, don't you put that evil on me of Wendy Chu showing up with them goth girls.
Right. 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I think I'm at an 8. The Rock killed it. The main event. I mean, I didn't hate it, but The Rock, again, I think you could have put him. I think they're afraid to put him. Thank you so much, Christopher. I think they're afraid to put him anywhere else on the show because they know he won't shut the fuck up. So you put him at the end where even if he keeps talking, you're off the air and you didn't fuck up your programming. But yeah, I mean, I'm going a solid 8. 3 title changes, 2 major title changes. Everything up until the main event was fucking cooking. The visual of Oba and Julia holding the belts up with the fireworks, great. That should have been like, it was like, that's the end of the show, and it was a bit of a 20-minute special.
7.5 to at least, or at lowest a 7 of you have to
7,
and you have to acknowledge Big Dwayne energy and everything of this man. If I'm not first, I'm last. I'm gonna sit there. You have to account for it. So I'll 7.5.
So you take away.
I agree with you. I think tonight was really good. I think tonight was really great.
So what is your rating without the Rock segment?
Without the Rock, if you extracted the Rock out of all of this and everything, and you didn't even have the little tease of him showing with Ava, the little with Eddie Thorpe and everything, or even if he sat there and did it, I think it halfway worked. But if you're gonna do it with that, and you have Eddie actually show up in the match, have some moments outside of just I show up with a chair, dun dun. But without Dwayne, I'll give it an 8. With Dwayne effect, 7.5, 7.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, overall, I thought they did it really well. I didn't love the ending of the show. I will admit that the main event spot on New Year's Eve was just The Rock talking. Again, a little bit.
He's still talking, and some might say that the Dwayne is still talking in the LA Stadium.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think the matches, I thought we got really good matches tonight. I thought the women showed up and showed out as they do on Tuesdays. And Oba's your new champ. I'm curious to see where this goes.
Well, and yeah, no, that is really valid. Like tonight, outside of the Dwayne shit, like almost if I knew there was going to be no Dwayne, it would still be around there of the 8 and everything, like the way it started, the way it ended, and everything like that. But you add that, and it's like you have to detract a point or so because that shit just it went nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think without The Rock, I could have easily given that show a 9. Felt really good about giving it a 9 because there's so much of that was going on that I found fun. Again, I think I took a half mark off as well for I don't love the Heritage Cup. I don't like Lexus that much yet. Charlie still trying to find a personality outside of.
Please take JJ's advice. Make it the European Championship, please.
Yeah, make it the European Championship, and then you can still have like those style of wrestlers without doing these like rounds and shit.
You can still have the rules. Just I don't need a trophy. I don't need a cup.
I don't know. It just trips me out. But yeah, I mean, again, overall, I thought it was a really, really good show. Again, it's a bit of a weird week in wrestling, at least for WWE. Is a lot of it is about the clippables and the moment. Like this is going to go viral. The idea, just announcing The Rock was going to be there tonight. It'd be very interesting how CW's numbers fluctuate. We'll go from there.
Yeah, but it's one of those of did you bring a lot of people to the dance and then you didn't take as many home type of thing of like
no
one of those of like that wasn't the greatest ending to end it on.
Yeah, but again, for the live crowd, they were fucking loving it. Like we can sit here and bellyache, but that live crowd was losing their fucking mind. They were there for all of it. So no, I mean, again, they said The Rock was going to be there. And if you were one of the fans in the building tonight, you're walking out of the building going, I can't believe that just happened. That was so fucking amazing. Like they were with all of it. And that's the job. That is the job. If the fans are with it, losing their mind and paying their money, if he sold extra tickets because he was going to be there, if more people tuned in because he was going to be there, mission accomplished, whether we like what he did or not. It's not like the fans fell asleep or started walking out. They were losing their fucking mind.
I will agree with you. I will agree to disagree with you on that. If I think they got people in the gates and everything like that. Well, no, I'm not. I can't argue that the people in attendance were a fan of it and everything. I think the people that viewed it at home, maybe not so much. But no, like I said, I can't argue any point you really brought up there.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, obviously the home situation becomes a completely different animal altogether. But for my money, again, their job is to put asses in seats and bring eyeballs to the screen. And he does that. And again, if he walked out there and did it in a way and the live audience was sitting there and there was crickets, like a Moxley fucking promo, yeah, we got a problem. But they were fucking loving it. So I'm confused because I didn't love what he did, but they love what he did. So
I still think they liked it because it was Dwayne and they did it because it was the end of the show. I mean, I almost don't even know if they realized that they were still on air when they were fucking putting that out there.
No, they were literally telling him the countdown of the minute. So they were very aware.
They didn't give a fuck, and they still cut him off.
But well, he was at the end of his promo, so he literally missed the last couple words of his catchphrase. But they were very on it. Like it wasn't like willy-nilly in that sense. The production team still running their shit. But at the end of the day, dude, and again, that's like saying, well, they only cheer because it's so and so. Like, yeah, he's earned that, and that's again, we've seen it where the fans booed the shit out of him because they didn't like what he was doing. They not booing him right now, but again, you can't. I mean, again, it's a weird argument, but at the end of the day,
so you give NXT, you gave it an 8. Where do you give it?
I gave it an 8. I would have given it more if it wasn't for The Rock, but overall, I give it an 8. I thought it was really good, and I really like the fact that there was title changes. Feels like a new era. Lots going on.
Fair enough. I'm a half a point behind you, and I guess that's more me being angry with Dwayne. But yeah.
That's fair. Folks, we are back tomorrow night for AEW Dynamite. a casino gauntlet match for the #1 contendership. So much going on. Mox will be in the house. So much more to get into. And we have more content that you can shake a stick at. Don't forget, go check out all our library below. And remember, Thursday, 8 p.m., we are live for the Wrasslin Awards. The votes are up now. A bunch of them more are coming tonight and tomorrow. So make sure you get your votes in. We will be here on Thursday, myself, Nick, and Anthony, to give out some Golden Gay Jays, some For Life P awards, and debate on why things happened and didn't happen. It's going to be a fun night. The award shows are always a good time. So again, be a friend, tell a friend. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Be a part of all the fun. Be a part of all the shows. We appreciate you. What an insane start. We are 1 week, officially 7 days into 2025, and it has been strap in and strap the fuck on. We are going ham, and that's how this one felt tonight up until the very end. Lots of change. What will tomorrow bring? What will Friday bring? We will be here to find out with all y'all.
From the chat to you, to Anthony, to everything, I love you, Wrasslin. But our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is all authentic. When you talk about the rest, you put that forward life.
Come back tomorrow. We got Dynamite and so much more. See you on the flip side. Good night.